Yo, welcome back to Primetime Sports. I'm Aaron.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Eddie. And we're going to start this this day off here, this little evening off, with some trivia for Chris. Chris, who's Stephen Jones?
Jerry Jones's son.
You sure about that?
Final answer.
Fuck you and fuck them Cowboys.
For all the context out there, Stephen Jones popped up on the TV here. And
all right, I made a mistake between. I thought it was his.
You thought it was his
I thought
brother.
it was brother. All right, whatever.
okay,
Fuck off.
Relax now. All right. Just a little trivia to start off. Now we're going to dive in right away here. Primetime Sports going to talk about, of course, the National Basketball Association. It is prime NBA season right now between the playoffs, the fucking draft lottery, the rumors swirling, you name it. This is arguably the best time for NBA fans. We're going to start with a little bit of playoff news before we dive into the lottery because I know we got a lot of thoughts about that coming in here. But starting off here, the T-Wolves. First team here and out in the West to clinch their spot in the Western Conference Finals. They close out the Warriors. Second straight appearance, by the way, here. Mr. Ant-Man trying to make himself a staple for a top 5 conversation, trying to become the face of the league. Listen, second straight Western Conference Finals. I know it was, I guess, a depleted Warriors team, but, shout out Mr. Ant here. But here's the thing now. If the Thunder play tonight, they have a chance to close out the Denver Nuggets. If the Thunder win, do we have a Hardwood Classic next round?
Isn't that a beautiful word?
Hardwood Classic,
Chris.
Shut up, old head.
Yeah.
You were around during the hardwood, so step it.
Hey, man. Shout out LeBron James. You put me onto that word, bro, with them Cavs jerseys and stuff like that. But let's talk about Ant-Man, bro. The OG killer, as they would call him, bro. Dude, if they verse the Thunder the next round, I'm actually going to be excited about this one because we're going to look back at this series in 10 years from now and not realize these two are the best players that we're going to have going into the next tier. So 10 years. So I'm excited for this, man. What you think, Chris?
It's going to be really, and it's a great matchup between the two young stars rising in the NBA, especially one of them who is presumably named what many people will think as the next best player in the NBA. And he says he don't want it, but guess what? Deep down, he want it. He'll definitely say it if he wins a ring this year. Definitely.
I mean, he's MJ's son. I don't give a fuck.
He's Michael Jordan.
He's MJ's son. Whatever. It's either Jimmy. Well, fuck him. It's Ant. It's Ant. Fuck Jimmy. See Ant with a crew call. I'm telling you that it's Ant. But if that's a matchup we're looking at next round, and I'm not trying to discredit the Nuggets for anything right now.
Yeah.
Considering they do have the MVP on their team.
He should be the MVP. But voter fatigue.
Yeah, it's gonna.
I don't have my Thunder jersey.
That's gonna happen. Yeah, good. It's a good thing. How do you guys think? Any predictions for that series?
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's one for me, and I always have an answer for a lot of shit. I'm undecisive, bro. I'm 50-50.
It's tough.
It is.
It's tough. I want the T-Wolves to win everything. I want to see Ant get a ring. Personally, I love him so much. I think the Thunder would take it in 7. I think would go to 7. I think the T-Wolves match up really, really well. Listen, I'm not gonna make it a meme, but when Ant was asked about getting KD on his team last year, he's like, "Oh, we have Jaden McDaniels. You can put Jaden on SGA.
Yes.
That would be a great matchup. They match up really, really well.
I mean, hey, he locked up Jimmy.
That's fine. That's fine.
Fuck you, Jimmy.
So it's gonna be a great matchup to see there from a variety of viewpoints there.
You know what? I'm gonna take a pick. I'm gonna go Thunder in 6.
Okay.
I'm going Thunder in 6. Yes.
Drop it, Quentin Williams.
I might have to say Timberwolves in 7.
See, I love it. I gotta get a little bold. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. On the negative spectrum of news here in the NBA, Jason Tatum suffers a torn Achilles, and I think everyone who's a sports fan watching that game knew immediately that was an Achilles injury.
Yep.
Immediately, we have someone who witnessed Aaron Rodgers' Achilles get blown up, but any single time that
You saw Kawhi Leonard tear his ACL like more times.
He got 2 rings, one more than Aaron Rodgers. But let's go. Continue on about Jason Tatum.
Next to your boy Zaza.
Oh,
Fuck you, Zaza.
oh my God. Tatum did have surgery. It wasn't announced that he tore his Achilles until after his surgery. But the injury could force the Celtics star to miss all of next season. Definitely most of it, potentially all of it with how late it is this year. So we probably won't see Jason Tatum or Deuce Tatum or any of the Celtics star till October of 2026, which seems a long time away, but man, we'll probably see it quick enough.
Yeah.
But They're down 3-2. Had a massive win yesterday in his absence in the first game back at TD Garden here. You guys give the Celtics any sort of chance to potentially upset the Knicks and make a run without Jason Tatum?
If they win tomorrow, if the Celtics win tomorrow, the Knicks are in deep shit.
Hey, man. Yo, I'm a real New Yorker, so Knicks in 6, baby. Let's go.
This is coming from the guy who said Celtics in 6.
I don't recall, man. Yo, when you're from
You
New York,
told
bro.
I stand by it.
Hey.
We were on FaceTime before the game,
Okay.
and you told me that you had a text message ready for Ryan, who saying that the Celtics were going to win at 6, and you texted Ryan during Game 2 when they were down by 20. This series is over. Celtics in 6, and what happened?
Hey, bro. Things change, bro, even in the heat of the moment while
You're not
watching
a real
the game.
fucking. Besides, you're not even a true. You don't remember when they were bad like I do.
I do, too, remember when they bad. When they
Really?
When they had,
Name one bad Nick. That's not Quentin Richardson.
Oh, shit, motherfucker.
One bad Nick that's not Quentin Richardson?
Oh,
Are we calling Q Rich bad?
Huh?
Are we calling Q Rich bad right now?
No. When Ryan asked him,
Yeah.
because like Ryan told me like a long time ago, I had to name like a couple of bad Knicks to be like a true fan. So I gave him 3. I gave him Cle Anthony Early, Ron Baker, and Lou Amundsen.
Okay.
And he only said 1, and he said Q Richardson was a bad Nick.
Oh, man, dude. Don't do that. Hold on, he's getting
No,
receipts.
don't
He's getting
look
receipts.
it
No, he's
up.
getting receipts. He's getting receipts.
No, because I'm trying to find a bad Knicks. I don't
See,
seem like
that's
a
what
bad
I mean.
fan.
I can name multiple bad Knicks.
I don't. Man, I just
Fucking-
listen. I don't care if the Knicks win or not. I just want a championship in New York. It could be the Knicks. It could be the Jets. It could be the Giants. It could be the goddamn Brooklyn Nets.
What about the Liberty? They got one.
Shout out to the W. Shout out to the W.
Sabrina. Oh, I see you, Sabrina.
Facts. Clayton Clark. Love you. But, yo, let's continue on, Eddie.
Before I continue on, Celtics in 7. That's all there is. All right. We're gonna skip this one for a quick sec because I got some things to say about that. I got the thing to say.
Are you sure?
Shut the fuck up. Still sticking with the NBA playoffs with the other Eastern Conference matchup. The Pacers, first team in the East to go to the Eastern Conference Finals here. Mr. Overrated Tyrese Halliburton taking charge, leading the way against the Cavs team that got some injury plagued yet again. Bounced in the second round once again after having a really, really outstanding regular season here. There's been comparisons of the 24-25 Cavs being the 14-15 Atlanta Hawks, right? The Hawks, outstanding record with Budenholzer at the helm, a team that's full of team chemistry, guys that fit their role perfectly, a solid bench of guys bringing spark plugs off the bench. Is this the same team, modern day, just 10 years later here that we're looking at? Or
Hey, bro.
because the Hawks were just 1 year. After that, they were kind of done.
Yeah, and well,
I'm pretty sure they were the 1 seed in the best.
They were.
They
They-
had
and-
the
and
best record in the league.
They had the best
Yeah.
record in the league, and they
And-
beat the Nets in 6 the first round, and then
Yes.
they lost to the Heat, I'm pretty sure.
No,
No,
I
no,
think
no,
they
lost
went
to
to
Cleveland.
the
They lost to
Eastern
Cle-
Conference.
Yeah,
that
they
year.
lost to
Did they?
Cleveland.
Did they? Okay.
They lost to LeBron in his first year back in
That's
Cleveland.
right. Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I think they got swept. I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4-0, yep, against LeBron.
I'm pretty sure that was the freaking year that the meme came out with LeBron where he said, "Come on, man, that's too easy."
Well, do you guys think that this team next year, basically like how the Hawks, where everything kind of went downhill after their great year, do we think the same thing happens to the Cavs?
It's kind of looking at in that direction because they have their core guys, bro. They getting paid a chunk of money, you know, and it sucks to see Donovan Mitchell have this again when he was with the Jazz, he got stumped every time, like in this type of situation.
Do you know in his whole entire career, like with all those good, even with the Jazz teams that they had in this year, do you know he hasn't been to a conference finals?
Yeah. It's been
He's
second round
0
every
and
single
he's
time. Yep.
and he's 0-4 in semifinals. 0-4. He can't win one. And listen, this is what he came to Cleveland to do.
Yeah.
He came to win. And it's 2 years, 3 years
What?
that he's been in
I
Cleveland?
think it's his third year. Yeah.
Yeah, the first year they lost to the Knicks, I believe, in the first round.
Yep.
Last year, I think they who'd they lose to last year? Did they lose to Indiana?
I honestly don't.
I don't
remember.
know. I'll have to recheck on that. And then this year, lose again in the second round to an Indiana team who was, I mean, people still gave them like a chance, Indiana, but nobody thought like Indiana was going to kick their ass.
Yeah, but
as
like
much as they did.
Eddie, what are they supposed to do now? Because they made trades during this regular season to get better. It's
Yeah.
like, what else are they supposed to do?
The only thing that's lucky with them is that a lot of their core guys are young. So Mobley going to, what is he, in his third year? Something like that.
think his third or fourth.
Third
year.
or fourth. Garland's in his fourth or fifth year, right? But the problem is these guys. There's some big contracts to look at too. Their bench isn't that strong. Listen, Ty Jerome had a great year for the Cavs. Is that going to be replicated again?
Like the only decent player was DeAndre Hunter.
Right, and it's like I'm pretty sure I don't know what contract he's on either, but you have young talent around you, but there's a couple things you could take here. Do you break it up? I don't think you break it up just yet. It's the first year into Kenny Atkinson and his system. Kenny Atkinson's been proven to be a damn good head coach no matter where he goes. So I think you run it back. And remember, but I think that bench has to be straightened out. But now it comes down to the main guys you're paying. Because these guys are getting paid a lot of fucking money. And you have to go straighten this bench out right now. Listen, to be fair, too, this is the second straight year they get the injury bug.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like, where are we looking at? But I think you straighten the bench out so where if someone has to step up, they can step up. Ultimately, I think that's the route you got to go.
Let's say if they do make a move, Chris, right? Who do you think they'll trade? Garland, Mobley, or Jared Allen, or even Hunter? Who do you think they'll try to trade off?
That's tough. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna trade Evan Mobley because I'm pretty sure they just paid him. Allen, I think they just paid too. The one I would probably have to look at is Darius Garland because I'm not going to lie. I know he had the injury bug too, but in Game 5, he was a complete fucking no-show. Like, I got the stats right here. 11 points, 4-16 from the field, 0-6 from 3, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And think about it. He was the guy before Donovan Mitchell even got there. Like, this was his team before he got there.
Yep.
And, like... I'm pretty sure wasn't he like a top 10 draft? Yeah, he was a fifth pick.
Yeah, and they have him locked in for next year. The next 4 seasons, actually. He's making 39.4 next year. So,
oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
So you see what I mean? You can't be putting
up
those type of numbers in an elimination game.
I think you could, if you're Cleveland, though, you could field calls. I think you could take a look at this. Like a team like Orlando, right? Where they're up and coming. They need a guard. They need a true point guard. Could take a look and go, hey, what's Darius' asking price? Sell him high.
Who could you get from Orlando for him?
You're going to go,
that's tough. My thing about them, the Cavs, they have.
Because obviously you're not going to get Franz Wagner and Paulo.
You're not getting Wagner and Paulo. And you're probably not getting Jalen Suggs.
Maybe another big and Wendell
Carter. You might get Cole, Wendell Carter. One of their draft picks they had, they have Jet Howard, who's not really getting playing time down there. Guy off the bench and some picks. Or Anthony Black or in some picks. I don't know. Because Garland's a regular season guy who's done really well. Some players hasn't shown up and has been battled the injury bug too. So when he can play, he's a top 5-ish point guard in the league.
Yeah, but it's like, what are they supposed to do? Because technically their roster is complete.
Yeah.
No, their roster is complete, but
I just think you got to add the bench. You have to get more depth because it's the last 2 years of the injury. You can't control the injury bug, really. You really cannot. But ensure yourself that if you run into it, you have guys who can step up. Some veteran presence or a spark plug. The Celtics are a team, and I know it's one game. Your superstar goes down. Obviously, Derek White, as a starter, had 30. What did he had 7? He had 34. But a guy like Pritchard steps up. Luke Cornett had 6 or 7 blocks, stepped up. They have guys off the bench that can come in and step up. The Cavs really didn't outside of a Ty Jerome. You're not going to get much out of Strus. I think you have to strengthen that part a little bit more. That's all you could do. Other than that, your window's closing as we speak.
You know what's funny about Max Strus? They talked about it before the game, how Max Strus wrote in the team group chat saying everyone needs to show up to work today. If you don't show up to work,
don't bother coming, yeah.
Yeah, and then guess what? You know what the funniest thing is? This man goes into an elimination game, 0 points, 0-9 from the field, 0-6 from 3.
God, dude.
And look, I'm just going to name their bench right here, Cleveland's bench. Dean Wade, DeAndre Hunter, Isaac Okoro, Ty Jerome, Kuma Okiki, Jalen Tyson, Tristan Thompson, Sam Morrell, Javonte Green, and Craig Porter. Now, don't get me wrong. Sam Morrell is a decently good player. He did show it during the regular season. He can shoot the 3.
So can Dean Wade.
Yeah, and I just don't know how the hell these bench guys just don't. But Mad Dog Russo said, they're a regular season team, and they just fucking proved it.
They're too top heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get off that Strus contract for me and go even out that bench and go from there. But other than that, the window's closing as we speak. Going on to the last NBA matchup here. The Stephen Curry injury update. Warriors are obviously done here. Big questions, though. Is this Warriors core going to stay? If they do, how many years do they get? I mean, listen, they got major money thrown into this big three, really, with Curry making $59 million, Butler making $54. I know he also got that extension when he got traded, which was $60 million a year.
Yeah, so next year he's going to get $60 million.
Draymond's got $26 million. And then you have guys like Kevin Looney, Gary Payton
And then
second. Kuminga's restricted. That's already rumored to be a sign and trade on the way because I don't think him and Kerr see eye to eye on a lot.
No.
And you've got Looney and GP2 are free agents. So it's like, what are we doing here?
People don't realize Kevon Looney is still young.
Yeah.
Was
he 27?
Yeah, 27, 28.
Yeah.
He's been with the Warriors for I think 6 years now, but he's
been a part of all. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's been there for all their championships. That they
he's
won.
very, very vital to that team.
He's
on the boards.
He's an underrated rebounder. He's a great defensive rebounder.
God, you need it. But here's the thing, though: Curry approaching father time, Jimmy approaching father time, make it a combined about $120 million between two of them next year. That's a lot of money for a team that they're not getting younger, they're not getting healthier. Their system seems to be basically figured out at this point. Your rotation outside of those guys is not reliable. Their window's got 1 year tops left?
I think next year's their last. I think next year's the last year of the core.
I'm not even gonna say. I feel like this is their last time because it's nothing much besides Curry. We've seen it these last few games against the Wolves. There's no offense rolling at all. No. It all predicates on Curry.
And also, I'm not gonna. And I'm just gonna bring us to the point. Even though it was sad that Curry did get hurt, because I feel like that if Curry didn't get hurt, this would have been a way better series.
Absolutely.
And no, but Draymond, he can't really do everything. But where the fuck was Jimmy? Mm-hmm. That's what they brought him there to do, because everyone knows when the playoffs come around, playoff Jimmy is supposed to come out, and he's supposed to. And I get it. He didn't go to Golden State to be the number one guy anymore. He came there to be behind the number one. But the thing I don't get with him is that you have the experience to where you're the number one, and your star player goes out. Where was that Jimmy Butler? Where was that mentality?
So, Eddie, what do you think the Warriors going to do going into this offseason, especially with the money tied with the big two guys, Jimmy and Curry?
The first mistake they made was bringing in Jimmy. I'm fine with that, but signing him to an immediate extension. I know it's 2 years, so it's not a massively long financial decision. The thing is, though,
because think about it, he's 35 right now.
That's what I'm saying. And then you have for the next 3 years about $60 million each year.
And when September comes, he's going to be 36, and then by the time his contract's over, he's going to be 37 years old.
I would say break it up right now, but you can't. You just can't from a financial standpoint. Yeah. You're putting too much money that hasn't been made yet into these guys. So, realistically, the sign and trade is going to happen with Kuminga. We know it's going to happen already.
With who though? That's the thing.
It's going to be a
young team.
It's going to be a young team that has veteran assets on that team. Because if you're going to keep the core, you got to keep adding veteran assets. You're going to have to. It's going to be a terrible rebuild to go through as a Warriors fan, but unless you strike gold on a draft pick. But
I mean, hey, they went through the rebuild already.
That you have to go that route. So you look at a team like a team that has cap space with a good veteran asset who can get out of that team. So I'm not even trying to be biased. Look at Brooklyn, a team that is going to be an interesting team next year. Cam Johnson's still there. You can make a sign and trade deal with that. The money tied into Cam Johnson's a lot. He's making 27, 26 a year. But also still kind of young, but he offers that veteran presence. Maybe the Wizards have something to give up. Not saying Jordan Poole again, obviously, but maybe you go after a bunch of guys, like a Corey Kispert off the bench or someone like that. It's going to be one of these young teams that you get them out there, too. You're going to have to bring back Looney immediately, too.
You know what team the Jazz. Maybe try to get something with John Collins in an extra piece or something like that.
You can maybe get a John Collins. John Collins. Yeah, listen,
And he's a lob threat as well, too. So, I mean, that'll be kind of very beneficial.
And think about it. Curry hasn't had a lob threat since, Andrew Bogut.
Yeah.
And even you can look at John Collins, maybe
Laurie, maybe.
Well, Lowry's gonna cost he's gonna be a pretty penny, so I don't think they have that much.
They just paid him. Never mind.
But it's one of these teams like we just mentioned has to go.
Maybe a Walker Kessler. Maybe
you could test him out. If you can't bring back Looney too, you could test it out because he's a great rim protector as well. So.
For me, their main focus is behind Looney going into this offseason.
I just have a question for both of you. Let's say that they say that the core is going to get blown up.
Okay.
Who do you see get traded first?
Draymond.
Cheapest,
and he's a guy that listen, we know he's not a good scorer. We know he got into a role in Golden State where he was he was a leader, he was a facilitator, brought the intensity. If you asked him to score it, maybe. But who at this point, the last one to get traded is Jimmy. out of those three.
For me, bro, I got Jimmy off the board first because you have to trade.
There's no way they're gonna do it, especially after they just paid him $60 million.
I know, obviously, but for me, it's like you have to trade Draymond to a specific team because he only has specific skills.
Well, that's fine.
And that's very hard to find a team that needs
Draymond's
a
gonna want to probably
playmaker.
go to a winner.
Yeah.
Well, he would go to a winner, and but you look at I don't know why. I think a lot of teams can use
Like,
a
you
Draymond
know what
Green
team
now.
I see? If they have to
For
the
Draymond?
Celtics, because they have that they got the salary situation as
I-
well. They're gonna have a lot of.
It's
role
a good
players and
team
stuff
to think
like that
about,
be
but I
gone.
just can't see him going to the ball. He says he fucking hates Boston.
Well, he
so-
can hate Boston all he wants. He doesn't have the no trade clause in his goddamn contract, so he could get shipped off the same way Kawhi Leonard got shipped off.
You know who could probably get a team for him? Who could really use like his veteran leadership? Thunder.
Thunder?
I thought about them too.
Yeah, but they young core is so damn
They're
good.
really good, but
But
they
imagine,
are. If the Thunder are missing anything, which I don't think they really are, it's just a veteran presence.
like I'm pretty sure like the only like veteran that they have is Caruso.
Caruso, Hartenstein, if you want to count him too.
and
Yeah,
the thing about
Caruso's the only one with a ring on the
Yeah, I
team.
was gonna say he has championship experience, but I feel like the only way the Thunder make that move, they lose 4-0 against the Wolves, and they get blown out by a crazy margin. That's
But
the only
if
way
you
they
get blown out
could do
4-0
that.
to the Wolves, hypothetically,
You already know they're gonna probably do something.
they're gonna have to make a move. But is Draymond moving the needle at that point? I think Draymond brings a lot of value, but does he move the needle at that point?
I feel like if he goes to the Thunder, it'll give Shea off the ball more so, and he'll not transition to a Curry role.
Yeah.
But he's able to have more flexibility, like the same way LeBron and Luka is playing with the Lakers. You know, doesn't have to bring the ball up every possession.
And the
And
thing is,
imagine
too, the Thunder can give up guys that are young
Yes.
without impacting the starting five, plus a Dort, plus the back. Well, Jalen Williams, like the backup center, Jalen Williams, and like a Kenrich Williams, or Isaiah Joe, or so, like that's. And you have a ton of picks.
Yeah, I was gonna say they didn't have to even go to the roster. Just trade away.
and
all
think
the damn
about it. They could
Clippers
just
picks.
find a guy in the draft.
You can give up a guy like Kenrich Williams and a first and a second, and that's it. Because Draymond, how old is he? 35 too, and he's a guy
he's
that's
old.
like he'll bring value, like I said, but his market's not gonna be. It's not gonna be hefty. So.
No, I got. If it's Draymond, I would see him getting shipped off to the Celtics.
I would see him go to the Thunder.
Thunder, yeah. But honestly, the reason why I say Jimmy, because I just want to see Giannis to a good team, bro. Trade Jimmy, trade Kuminga, and a pick or whatever. So ship that shit off and go to the Bucks, man. Have Giannis come to San Fran.
Jimmy's not gonna want to go there because then you think his ass is gonna wait for Damian Lillard? Fuck no.
I don't think the Bucks are going to take Jimmy either. If you're going to trade Giannis, you're rebuilding all right off rip.
Yeah.
You're rebuilding off
You're
rip.
gonna want young people, not just one veteran guy and then one young guy. You're gonna want multiple young assets.
Speaking of, though, wild trades, and we'll talk about the Dallas Mavericks, and then we'll talk about the NBA draft lottery. The Mavericks secured the number 1 overall draft pick
Yup.
in the 2025 NBA draft.
God damn it.
Their plan is to keep it, not make a fucking heinous fucking trade, Nico Harrison. And obviously that pick is going to be Cooper Flagg, and it would be a new core of AD, Kyrie, Clay, and Flagg, with Derek Lively as well. Forgot about Derek Lively.
Rigged.
It is rigged.
I agree on the rigged
Yeah.
thing as well.
Dude,
Absolutely.
Dude, there have been think about it. The year LeBron's coming into the draft, who gets the number 1 pick? Fuck it. The Cleveland Cavaliers, because even LeBron said it the other day. I forgot on whose fucking podcast it was. He even said, they said, "Do you think it's rigged?" And he goes, "Come on, man." He goes, "When I was coming out, who got the number 1 pick?" Everyone was talking about LeBron's going to go home. Who got the number 1 pick? Cleveland.
I'm not saying every single lottery is
No,
rigged.
but he's just saying that there are some moments during the NBA
The-
lottery where it's rigged.
When there's a highly touted prospect coming out into the draft,
Like, for example,
that can
Derrick Rose.
that can finish a good story, like a LeBron or a Rose, where they go back to their hometown teams, or a guy like Wemby that goes to a historic franchise that can build bigs, as we see with David Robinson and Tim Duncan. Cooper, you don't make. Listen to me. Here's my whole theory.
Yeah.
You're gonna sit here and make a trade, a secret trade. There has never been a Luka rumor up until that trade was made.
And everyone
It was
remembers,
under
nobody knew.
the table.
LeBron didn't-
Nobody knew.
Well,
LeBron
that-
didn't know. AD didn't know.
Nobody
LeBron did not
knew.
know.
No. Well, that was definitely on the table. But it sounds like you're about to get on to the theory. It's like, are UFOs real? Like, are you going into that direction? Eddie?
Well, I mean, aliens are real, but we wouldn't get into that whole thing. Well, aliens are real. I know they're real. Like, come on. There's
one
way
planet-
too many galaxies for them not to be real, okay? There's just way too many.
All right. Back to the draft theory.
But here's the
bro.
thing, though. Like,
Fucking
you're
alien.
Adam Silver here, And you have the chance. You have one of the most highly. If Wemby doesn't exist, Cooper Flag is the most highly touted prospect since probably I would say Zion. Let's say. So, what do? Hey, listen, LA who's it, every single year you can attest to this. Lakers are the most historic franchise. Them in Boston, right? Every single year, the Lakers. Let's say every decade they have a historic player, right? Magic, then it goes into Kobe, and then it goes into fucking Bron. Who's a successor when Bron retires? Before Luka got there, AD's at that peak where he's not gonna be a successor, and it's definitely. And I love Austin Reeves. He's not doesn't fit that caliber. So it's like, okay, well, LeBron gets sent off. Listen, I expect LeBron to retire in the next 2 years. I know he's still playing at a high level, but Father Time catches up. You go in and bring this under-the-table trade and go, hey, we have to send Luka to a bigger market, brighter lights, and he's LeBron's successor, right? Because he's 27 years old. He'll play another 10 years, right? And he's the guy to take the Lakers and keep them afloat. NBA ratings are low. Okay, they needed something ridiculous. We didn't stop talking about this. We still aren't start talking about this Luka trade. Even if this lottery never happened, we're still talking about that Luka trade. How ridiculous it was. Okay,
Everyone's still gonna talk about it next year when the Mavericks are fully fucking healthy.
well, this is the whole thing now. So it's like, okay, hey, you make this trade, we help you with the lottery. You get it because you can sit here and you can bring Anthony Davis, who's not going to be a successor to LeBron, and then we'll help you with the lottery, and you can bring in fucking Cooper Flag and still keep that core. Now, does it sound ridiculous? Yeah. But the only reason why I'm standing strong on that is because of how the top three also played out. Because in a universe where the Spurs have gotten the most insane amount of luck.
Yeah, see, I agree with you with the Spurs take, bro. I don't know how the hell they got the second pick. That's crazy to me.
Here's the thing now, and I have tried to tell my buddy this too. Texas as a whole is a huge market. Top 3, top 5 market in all sports. Houston Rockets are a damn good team. They're going to be a good team for a long time. Okay, they have a young core there. They're on the move. They can make a KD trade. We went over that. Here's Dallas with a Cooper Flag now, with that lineup of Flag, 80, Kyrie, Clay, and Lively, all healthy. Well, he's a free agent, and they're probably he wants big money, so they might not bring him back. That's a great lineup. And then the Spurs, who now have all this leverage. We have De'Aaron Fox, we have Stephon Castle, we have Wemby.
And you got Chris Paul as a trade asset.
Chris Paul's an asset. You have a lot of different assets. Keldon Johnson's an asset. Vassell's going to be a good shooter on there. Sohan's a good distributor, but a lot of assets. Number 2 pick, number 14 pick, all those assets.
2 and 4.
They're going to go after fucking Giannis.
Of course.
And here comes this Texas rivalry. It's going to spike the markets. It's going to spike the ratings and the views. This was all everything ties so much in together. Okay? The lottery is a very easy thing to rig. It's been going on since Patrick Ewing came out. Okay? It's been going out. That was the most obvious rig I've ever seen in my entire life, too.
Dude, and it's not just in basketball. It's happened just recently.
Hockey.
NHL.
The NHL.
The
I don't know.
Islanders were supposed to
this
host
was
the
fucking
All-Star.
crazy.
The Islanders were supposed to host the All-Star game.
Year,
They're not anymore.
Gary Bettman sends out a letter and he says, I'm sorry, we're not doing it this year at UBS. You can have it in 2027. We're not doing it this year. We want to do something different. And then ironically, literally right after that, the Islanders got the number 1 pick.
All right, wait.
But there's one more on top of that, too.
Okay.
Because Islanders fans have said it themselves, too, that when Ovechkin scored the most amount of goals, a lot of Islanders fans came out and, excuse my French, said that that was a cuck goal. So there's that part of the All-Star game, and they're rewarded. And it's a New York team. It's a highly marketed team. The NHL draft isn't loaded. There's no highly touted prospect, but still, it's a big market.
For the NFL draft, is it similar to the NBA style or NFL style?
No,
NHL?
Yeah, NHL.
NHL is the exact as the NBA.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
NFL is the only league where it goes by like the worst record.
MLB too. No, they have a lottery.
MLB they randomize it. Because think about it.
I don't pay attention to this shit.
Because think about it. Cleveland was the best team.
They're right, and they took Bazana, right? Travis Bazana. Okay.
But think about it. There are some moments like you just brought up Patrick Ewing. Everyone said it was rigged. LeBron James,
Derrick Rose, even after when Kyrie came out, right as when Bron left, Kyrie comes out, highly touted prospect. They had like the 12th best odds.
Yeah,
of getting they were like 2% chance,
got the number 1 pick.
And they got the number 1 pick. Year after that, 2 years after that, here comes Anthony Bennett. Now obviously it was fucking terrible.
Yeah,
was rewarded that. The next year, Andrew Wiggins. They just kept getting picks, and because they lost Bron, were they a bad team? Yeah. But did they have the best odds each year? I think one year they did. But other than that, you're sitting at the highly data prospect. You lose Braun. Okay, here's Kyrie Irving.
And here's one more example. When the Pelicans lost Anthony Davis, who got the number 1 pick? The Pelicans. Think about it. They traded their superstar away literally right before the draft, and then they got the number 1 pick.
Honestly,
which
bruh,
led to Zion. Which
I feel y'all just looking.
It's
way
rigged.
Too in
It's
deep for this
dude. I'm
right
just
now.
sorry because I don't understand how we're sitting here and we got Utah, Washington, Charlotte being consecutively really bad teams, and they're just getting rewarded with 4, 5, and 6. I understand it's a lottery. It's randomized. It's supposed to create this energy.
And think about Philly.
But so my point is, why does Philly get rewarded?
But meanwhile, they have an all-star studded team, but they sucked because of injuries.
Because of injuries, I feel like you can't be eligible at that point when you have your entire salary cap
And
to
did they have
3
a top
or
10
4.
pick last year with Jared McCain?
No.
Or I think he was top 15.
He was 15.
For me, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm okay with the Mavs, Spurs, and Sixers getting the top 3 picks because
The Sixers should not have gotten
the thing for me, you want these players in big markets. You don't want Cooper Flag in Charlotte.
Yeah, but if you consistently since 1985 gave these teams that were terrible a fair chance at getting these highlight data prospects, the amount of equality in terms of the level of talent spread across the league that makes it more entertaining to watch. Like, I'm not going to sit here on a Friday night and throw on the Thunder versus Charlotte Hornets. I'm just not doing that.
Yeah.
We know the result of that, right?
Thunder.
We know the result of that. It's like, but you give the Hornets a chance. The Hornets have been in the playoffs in, 6, 7, 8 years? I don't even know.
8 years, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think
you're
the last
sitting
time they
here-
made it was 2016.
And out of those, now they've had some bad draft picks, sure, outside of LaMelo. I'm not going to disrespect Carmelo like that. But other than that, like, you got to give these teams a fair chance to take these players. I understand it's a market thing, too. But that's where I'm going to raise the suspicion of being rigged then. It's like, you want the most money, but then, like, I'm not going to sit here and watch these games, which TV viewers bring in tons of money, and watch the Thunder beat the shit out of the Hornets by 27 at halftime. Because the Hornets haven't been given a fair chance to go draft these highlights out of prospects.
No, I understand where you guys are coming from for this. For me, I just have that business mindset. I'm like, I'm okay with this because you want the viewership to be up because this season was bad.
we get it because the NBA is all about business.
Yeah.
We all know that.
It
But
also... Sorry, let me cut you off. Go ahead.
But don't you think it's weird, Aaron, that the one guy and the one team who we've been ripping since the trade deadline, they just like the one guy in Dallas who all the fans wanted fired. They were giving him death threats, and they said, "You know what? We feel bad for this dude. They just traded their superstar. Let's give him another superstar." And think about it. Could you imagine being Luka right now, seeing because when Luka went to the Mavericks, they were horrible.
Yeah.
And think about it. Cooper Flagg's walking into a team that has Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, and Derek Lively. And if they're all healthy, not saying they're going to win the ring.
I wonder...
So I'm looking at the standings, right, for the last teams. You have Utah, you got the Wizards, you got Charlotte, you got the Pelicans.
And
at
I'm
the
pretty
bottom
sure
four.
Utah was the worst team in the league.
Yeah, they were at
They were 17 to 65.
Yeah. Me?
It's bullshit.
Listen, I think like the NBA, bruh. I don't care, Cooper Flag, you're not going to the goddamn Jazz. You're not going to the goddamn Wizards because that's a shit show. Go ahead, go to the Spurs. Go ahead, go to the Mavs. Spurs, make that move to go get Giannis. Let's make basketball
And think
great.
about it. Houston might be getting Kevin Durant. So
like-
the Texas rivalry is
I'm
real.
telling you, it's a Texas market shit.
I feel like they're trying to bring back the big three thing. I feel like that's where they're heading into this direction. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. This is what happens when you rebuild correctly. It's when, in the future, you can make moves like these and still have all these great young assets. Like San Antonio, over these last couple of years, ever since their championship days, they've been dog shit. And now think about it. They've been rebuilding correctly. They got a future star in Wembanyama. They got another star, De'Aaron Fox. Then they got Castle. And then now they could go get fucking Giannis onto the Kupo.
That's going to be so fun to watch, bro.
And think about it. They can
And
keep...
Giannis also said right after this lottery too, he doesn't want to play in the state with state tax, and Texas so happens to have no state tax.
Hey, listen, Florida has no state tax too. You know, Miami, yeah. So who
He
knows?
ain't coming.
But supposedly there's a rumor saying he wants to stay in the East, and supposedly Toronto and Brooklyn were the two
Bullshit.
teams leading it. Get the fuck out!
He's
One
not
of them,
going.
number one.
If he wants to go to another team and fucking win, he ain't going to Toronto or Brooklyn.
Toronto's crazy.
Toronto's like what Kawhi did. Like he was the guy in that whole country. Like Giannis could be that guy. in
Kawhi's
that
the whole
country.
reason why
That's
they won
why
the
it's
fucking
interesting.
chip.
That's why it's interesting though. The Toronto
That's
thing,
a fact.
I
Kawhi
can
is the
entertain
reason.
that one though.
Kawhi's the reason why they won that chip. If he didn't go there, they weren't shit.
Yo, keep
Chris,
on
what color
giving-
is the sky?
Yo, keep on giving praise to Kawhi, bro. Thank God. I love that, man.
Fuck you and fuck Kawhi.
Other than that, basketball's the worst sport in the all the four sports, especially after this lottery. It pissed me the fuck off. The encore product sucks, dude.
And I
Fuck
love
this
how
shit.
people
I'm
really
dead.
thought that the Mavericks were just gonna trade the number 1 pick. No, they're fucking not.
They're not gonna trade it. You could.
No, they could, but you really think that they're gonna do that after
feel
what
like-
they just
Giannis.
did?
Giannis.
Shit.
Could you imagine?
Defense wins championships.
Like,
According to Nico Harrison.
Yeah, bro. Like,
But, like, could
Anthony,
you
imagine that
imagine-
Anthony Davis and
Hey,
Giannis,
yeah.
bro. Oh my
Could
gosh.
you imagine the city of Dallas if they fucking traded the number 1 pick? Dude, Nico Harrison will probably be found dead within a week.
If it's for Giannis, he'll be found in a mansion.
Yeah. So the thing is, right? If
No,
obviously
if it's for
they're not gonna do
Giannis,
that.
then it's that. But if it's
That's the only trade you're
if
making.
Yeah.
But if it's anyone but Giannis, they will fucking flip.
But no, the funny part about that, if that would happen, oh fuck, I can't talk.
But
But yeah, let's say if that actually happened, bro, right? And Giannis played kind of mid, and Cooper Flag just burst off, go crazy for the Bucks. Bro.
then Nico Harrison's
he's
gonna
on
get
the
ripped
stake.
again. Then Nico Harrison will have to get fucking fired.
Oh man,
'Cause-
man.
I still remember during his exit pro. I don't deserve to be fired. Yeah, you do.
Hey,
Well,
now
now
he
you don't
doesn't,
get
bro.
fired.
Shoot, he got the number 1
Before
pick.
this draft lottery, he was probably on that fucking hot seat. But now,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think so because
Oh, you can't.
this call didn't come from him directly. This is the owner telling.
This
pull
was the
trigger
owner.
on
The
it.
owner
Yeah.
is. There's rumors with the owner calling it. But
Mark
that's it,
Cuban,
though.
you should have never gave up your ownership. You fucking idiot.
Well,
Dude, don't
if
you
they don't, like, he's not. This is what sucks. 2020 hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
You keep Luka, you're in the playoffs, right? I don't know what you're doing right now in the playoffs. You don't keep Luka, this happens. It's luck on your side. So it's like if he keeps his stake,
Yeah.
you know, you're like, okay, you're in the playoffs. Who knows what we do? But you're not.
Yeah.
This is all luck, though. This is just complete fucking utter luck and rigness. But that is what it is.
And think about it. They had the same odds as fucking Miami did before Miami went on that fucking run to go to the playoffs.
Good. Fuck you.
Miami
Bro.
could have had that fucking pick. And we could have had Cooper Flag.
Chicago had the pick.
Oh,
I know,
Chicago and
and
Dallas-
Miami had the fucking pick.
Chicago and Dallas had the fucking the. There's a coin toss for that pick.
Now, could
because
you
they were
imagine
tied.
if Cooper Flag went to fucking Chicago?
See, like I wouldn't be mad at that point though.
You wouldn't be mad at it because that's a franchise that
That's
needs a
rebuilding.
cornerstone. They need
He's going to a team
cornerstone.
that's like a
So,
fucking
yeah.
title contender.
That's
when
fine.
healthy.
I wouldn't be mad at that then.
Yeah,
All right. Let's lower our blood pressures.
yeah. Your blood pressure's high, bro. Me, I'm like,
Yeah,
let's
because
go,
it pisses me
bro.
off. Because Jeremiah Fears is a Brooklyn net. I'm excited. It's okay.
I don't blame him for being mad. I told him the next day at work it was rigged.
Are we introducing our
Yes, indeed.
brand new game? Shout out Christopher James
Roll it in,
Cantello.
Chris.
And
Please.
shout out to Ryan Pagano too for the
Yes.
idea.
Please explain this, bro.
So as many of you know, there's this one guy on TikTok. I don't know his fucking name.
I forgot his name.
But he goes around in certain cities and he says, "We're gonna go back and forth naming team players of this certain team where he's in." And they keep going back and forth until either someone repeats the name or the person taps out. And so me and Ryan came up. We're doing this on the train the other day, and I thought, you know what? This would probably be a good thing for the pod because it also shows like how much hoop knowledge we all have. So how we're gonna do this is I have a list of all the teams in alphabetical order, 1 through 30, and what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna ask one of you guys to pick a number 1 through 30, and then I'm gonna look at the list, and whoever it lands on, we're gonna keep going and list players, and it can be all time and current. And then the round stops when either someone repeats the name or the person taps out and they couldn't do it anymore.
Short-term memory. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so who wants to pick?
Bro, we tried this the other night, bro. I'm like,
Did you say this guy,
I'm
bro?
like, I'm thinking like, yo, I don't want to say that he said this guy because I don't want to be like a dummy.
I think-
but
Well, listen, this is the first time doing it. I think what we'll do for the next time is maybe we'll get like Ryan in here to like be the judge and
Yeah.
listen. So that way, because then he can listen to hear like who said what. Because then like if we said someone, he could just be like, oh, you said it.
Yeah.
But yeah, but look, we're gonna try it out for the first time, and if it goes good, then next time we'll just get one more person to be the judge. All right,
Yeah,
who wants to pick a number first?
before you continue, so the game we're gonna call it for now, chain gang, right?
Chain Gang.
Chain gang.
Chain
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, is there really a name for this? But just
They don't have a name on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to pick the number first for the team?
I'm gonna say 8. I thought I saw your jersey as well.
All right, bet. 8.
8. All right. So Denver Nuggets.
Oh shit.
All right.
So since who wants to go first?
Chauncey Billups,
Nikola Jokic,
Melo,
Jamal Murray,
Christian Brown,
MPJ.
KCP,
Aaron Gordon,
I'm sorry. Danilo Gallinari,
Bruce Brown,
J.R. Smith,
Yusef Nurkic,
Kenyon Martin.
Willie Hernan Gomez,
Will Barton. We have a timer.
Yo, we should. I forgot that.
You know,
I'll start counting down. 5, 4, 3.
I ain't got shit.
2,
Bro. I don't know anybody else.
1.
I had the next one lined up. I was gonna say Kenneth Fareed
I was saying Randy Foyd then.
or JaVale McGee.
Oh my God, bro.
All right, Aaron, your turn. Pick a number 1 through 30. That's not and no 8.
Let's do 31.
There's 30 teams in the league.
Oh shit.
There's no fucking way.
Is there a fucking expansion team that we didn't know about? I literally just said 1 through 30.
There's
Hey,
no
bro,
way.
ask a W. They got an expansion team in Toronto.
Sonic's coming back, baby.
All right, fuck off. All right, pick a different number.
29.
All right, Utah Jazz, you go first.
Oh, all right.
Karl Malone,
Donovan Mitchell,
John Stockton,
Rudy Gobert,
Laurie Markkinen,
Mark Eaton,
Joe Ingles.
Colin Sexton.
Darren Williams.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I want to say Laurie Markkinen again.
Just like in the clip, just like Kawhi Leonard falls short in the playoffs.
Yo, the Heat have not won
Suck
a
my fucking ass.
championship
Can't be saying
since
all that.
LeBron days.
Yeah.
All right,
say it all
Eddie,
that.
pick a number.
11.
All right, Houston Rockets.
Oh man. I think
All right, I'll start off first. James Harden,
Tracy McGrady.
Steve Francis.
Hakeem Olajuwon,
I was gonna say that. Jesus. Patrick Patterson.
Yao Ming.
Why did I say him?
Charles Barkley,
Kyle Lowry.
Pat Bev.
Marcus Camby,
Reed Shepard.
Carmelo Anthony.
Oh yeah, he did play for the Rockets.
Why the fuck is that just not
Russell
in my-
Westbrook.
Sorry. Oh my God, did we say him yet?
Wait, Russ played for the Rockets?
Yeah, he played for the
Russ
Rockets.
played for the Rockets.
Oh yeah,
He was
did,
on the
yeah.
bubble team.
Yeah.
Russ played for the Rockets. Okay, why am I playing? Ryan Anderson.
Okay.
What's the Thompson brother name, bro? What the shit? What the fuck is his first name, bro?
2.
Just say one of them. Do you know one of them?
No,
at
I
all?
don't. I
You
just
don't
know
any
them
of
by
them?
Thompson.
Dig it up. I'll let you do it. Says I'm not gonna let you do it. Pick another guy.
That's fine. Yeah, let you slide. Oh man, I got some great names in me.
3.
Chris Paul, right?
Amen Thompson.
Didn't we say Chris Paul?
I don't
No,
think he
no one
did,
said Chris
no.
Paul.
No one said Chris Paul. Okay, my fault.
Amen Thompson.
Okay, he said
I
it.
didn't
Okay.
know it was one.
Samuel Dallenberg,
PJ Tucker.
Jay Sean Tate.
Gerald Green.
Eric Gordon.
Oh, you fuck was gonna say that next.
Corey Brewer.
That's correct. Yo, get out.
5,
He's
I
so
have one.
4.
so quick for that.
3, 2.
Chuck Hayes.
Bo Bonovich.
Hold on. We'll do a time. Chuck Hayes.
Chuck Hayes.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll do this one time. I will do it.
I'm almost positive Chuck Hayes was there.
And also for the rules of this game, if he was on the team, he had to play at least one game.
Can we do a fact check like that?
No, that's
We could do that?
So let's see. Chuck Hayes.
Chuck
I think Chuck Hayes was a Rocket.
He played 4 years in Houston. All right. So
My guy, dude.
back to Aaron.
Oh,
Bo Bonovich.
oh my God, dude.
Wait, who?
Bo Bonovich, Bobby.
Boban Marjanovic.
Oh, why'd you give him the fucking thing?
Yeah, Bobby, bro. That's his name to me, Bobby.
Okay.
Who you got?
Fred VanVleet.
Okay.
He was a Rocket?
Yeah,
He's
on the team
a
now.
Rocket, dude. Sorry, he's so unforgettable, dude. He's so unforgettable.
Oh, it is. No, I'm not gonna lie.
Sam Decker.
Yeah, he did play for them.
Max Vernon.
Oh, I forgot about that motherfucker.
Kenny the Jet Smith.
Did we say? Oh, that just reminded me. Ralph Sampson. Sorry.
Damn.
Steve Adams.
Oh yeah, he did.
Motherfucker.
God
dude.
damn it.
Why are we getting these?
Tari Eason.
Carl Landry. Oh, I'm grossed out right now. by all
5,
these.
4,
I'm so grossed out.
3, 2.
Clint Capella.
Shit.
Nice. 5, 4.
Ken
3.
Whitmore.
KJ McDaniels.
Ooh.
I'm getting so in my bag. That's disgusting.
Oh, I have another one. 5.
Dwight Howard.
What the? Why is he thinking of all the washed up motherfuckers, dude?
Because that's all
Chandler Parsons.
That's what I was thinking of before. I thought of Sam Decker too, bro, for no reason. Wow, I'm in deep shit right now. Hold on.
5.
Yo, fucking relax.
Oh, I got 2.
5.
I'm fucked, I think.
4.
How'd I go so far in my bag?
3. 2. 1.
I almost said Jay Crowder, but he didn't play there.
I had 2 lined up. Charles Barkley and Clyde Drexler.
I already said
Bro,
Charles Barkley.
I'm not even thinking of the old timers. I'm thinking of like the
I
most
said
obscure
Charles
fucking
Barkley.
Yeah,
players.
Clyde
Durant-
Drexler was on the damn team. Scottie Pippen.
I'm not even thinking of these old fucks, man.
I had fucking Pablo Prigioni.
Did we
next.
say like,
Pablo Prigioni.
All right,
Yo.
that was actually a really good one.
Good one.
Aaron, pick a team.
That's
That's not 31.
all right. 21.
Oh, Oklahoma City Thunder. We're not counting the Supersonics.
oh god, we have
That's
limited
some
action here.
short-ass history,
So
man.
we're not going there. Only Oklahoma City Thunder. Aaron, start.
Isaiah Hartenstein,
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Chet Holmgren,
Jalen Williams.
Kevin Durant.
the other Jalen Williams, the center.
Which one? There's 2.
I just said the center.
He just said the other.
No, it was my turn. Oh, yeah, I said Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Oh god, I said the other Jalen. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Lou Dory.
Russell Westbrook.
Isaiah Joe,
James Harden.
Kendra Perkins.
Serge Ibaka,
How you say his name?
5.
Chivalos. I can't say his damn name. Steve Adams, bro. Get this shit
Derek
right.
Fisher.
Nenad Kristage. I'm going. Oh, I know who that is. New Jersey Net legend. Oh, shut up. Oh, I don't know if you said this guy's name.
Jeremy Lamb.
Shit. Thabo Savalucha.
I was trying to say that motherfucker's name. I couldn't say it.
Victor Oladipo.
Ooh. Nick Collins.
I know what he's trying
Nick
to say.
Nick.
Kala.
What the hell is his last name? Nick.
Should we just give it to him? Because
Yeah,
he's got
'cause
the
It's
form.
Nick Collison.
Collison. Okay.
Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, fuck. Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, PG.
I didn't know if he said him. That's why I didn't say it.
Isaiah Joe.
I said Isaiah Joe.
Fuck!
I did say Isaiah Joe. I caught myself on that
God damn it.
because I was going through the whole bench
All right.
real quick.
All right, pick a team.
All right, we do
One.
Last one.
One
Yeah.
more. One.
Atlanta Hawks. All right, I'll start off. Trae Young.
Clint Capella.
Jeff Teague.
Paul Millsap.
Damari Carroll.
Joe Johnson.
Al Horford.
You're a prick. Kyle Korver.
Oh shoot.
We got some legends. Come on.
5.
DeJounte Murray.
Okay.
Dominique Wilkins.
Oh, God. Watch yourself. That's that name. That's that name in my head. Oh, Pero Antic.
Spud,
God damn it.
Spud Webb.
I forgot about Spud. Shit.
Shit. Joe Johnson.
You said Joe Johnson.
Yeah, you already.
Fucking get him the fuck out of here. Get him out of here.
Wait, did you really?
He did say
Yes,
Joey.
I said
He
Joe
said Joe
Johnson.
Jesus,
Fuck
baby.
you.
My fucking guy.
God damn it.
No, I like this game. This one's fun. Very fun.
Do one.
Yeah, one more.
One more?
He's so.
Aaron.
He's gonna get his jetpack real quick.
Aaron, pick a team.
9.
Please.
Detroit Pistons.
Is this the alphabetical order?
Yes, it is an alphabetical order.
That's what I figured.
You start off.
Detroit Pistons. Oh God, there's so many people. I'm gonna start with Jason Maxiel.
My cousin, Mike James.
Okay.
Cade Cunningham.
Jaden Ivey.
Rasheed Wallace.
Isaiah Stewart.
Ben Wallace.
Rip Hamilton.
Chauncey Billups.
Tayshaun Prince.
Oh, Tobias Harris.
Andre Drummond.
Sir Thompson. I can't even say
Yes,
his
that
first.
is.
Asur, yeah.
Cade Cunningham.
I already said Cade Cunningham. Fuck out of here, bitch.
So I was either between a Cade Cunningham or.
You know who I had? You know who I had lined up? Thon Maker.
I don't know why the heck. I didn't say
I had him and Blake Griffin.
I thought of Sakua doing Booyah.
Joe Dumars.
Joe
Goddamn
Dumars and
Isaiah
Isaiah Thomas
Thomas,
was sitting
Bill
right there.
Laimbeer.
Bill
Dennis
Laimbeer.
Rodman.
Start bench cut, yo.
He better cut the segment.
No,
Yo.
no, but this was fun.
No, I
Good shit,
like
good.
this. Yes.
But yeah,
yes.
definitely next time we're gonna get a judge to overhear us.
Yeah, we're gonna need that. We're finna need that.
Dang, bro. I got stuck.
How the fuck do you forget about the bad boy Pistons?
No, I didn't
man?
forget about that. I was between
Yeah,
Isaiah.
you did. You didn't fucking think of it.
No, I was thinking between Isaiah Stewart and Cade Cunningham. I wasn't
I
sure.
said I said both of them.
Exactly. So I'm like, I didn't have nothing
The
else
two
after
players that you thought of, I said
Yeah.
already.
I was like, did he say that or not?
I have
But,
fucking who else did? Fucking Malik Beasley.
All right, we're gonna get into start bench cut now. NBA first, then the MLB.
Don't do that ever again.
Yeah, because you know why? When I edit this back, bro, it's like a little random thing in my. I'm like, is somebody there outside with a?
Don't edit that out.
No,
Don't you dare edit that one out.
like, I was editing today, right? He laughed.
Shut the fuck up, or else I'll make you the only one with a whiteboard when we play Guess Who.
Wow.
I'm sorry,
Wow.
Don't fuck with me.
but no.
Keep it going. Go on to start bench
Wow,
cut.
dude.
Shut the fuck up.
Star bench cut NBA edition point guards,
Bad
yo.
knees, bitch.
Roll it in, Bug Chris.
He say bad knees, bitch.
I ain't gonna lie, my knees.
You
been
roll
kinda,
it in.
My knees been bad lately because of the weather. It been kind of cold out here.
Yeah,
yo.
weather my ass.
Yeah, man.
Who rolling this shit in?
Oh me.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I gotta pull it back up again.
Where the fuck you going? Go down.
I know. I'm laughing in my head. No.
You're laughing in your head.
Yeah, not loud. Oh, here we go. So start bench got point guards. We got Derek Fisher, CP3, and Deron Williams.
D. Will.
All right, Eddie, what you got, bro?
D. Will. Actually, one of the most hated nets by me. Actually, I can't lie. To me, simplistic. Well, I'll explain it. To me, it's simplistic, but I'll explain. I'm gonna start Chris Paul for the obvious reasons of the longevity, the assist man, what he's done to young teams. That every single team he goes to, they seem to basically go behind him, and next year they are one of the best, a much better team. I'm gonna take him all day long, even though I'm not a fan. Gonna bench D. Will. At one point, there was discussions back in 2011, 2012, where it was between him and CP3 for the best point guard in the NBA. Absolute magician with the ball in his hands. I wish it worked out better in Brooklyn, brother. I hate cutting Derek Fisher because he was so important to those Lakers teams. Has 5 rings. I apologize for this, but just going up against the two guys, I'm gonna cut Derek Fisher. For that though, unfortunately, I'm sorry. I hate to do that.
That's
though.
craing. You cut a man with 5 rings.
I understand that.
You mean
yo.
the guy that got 5 rings from Kobe?
And like, all right, it was with Kobe and Shaq the first 3, but like
Kobe and Powell, then.
Yeah, like he
Yeah,
was
it was
hitting
just
shots.
Kobe.
You know, like,
No, I know, but like, I'm sorry.
that's crazy.
You put him off those teams. I know he played an important role from a talent standpoint, though. I don't think he matches up with the other two.
All right, what you got, Chris?
Obviously, you got to start Chris Paul, like one of the best, greatest point guards of all time. And still, like, obviously, he's not the same CP3, but like Eddie, you brought up every single team that he goes to, he makes them a fucking playoff team. Like his first year in Phoenix, fucking took him to the finals. OKC.
Thunder was the best time I've ever seen, dude.
Fucking and guess what? You know who he was mentoring at that time?
Who we know?
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, the MVP of this year, which is sad to say.
Thanks for agreeing with me.
Yeah.
You bitch.
All right, roll
Next.
Okay,
Yeah,
and then I'm
rolling
benching
yeah.
Darren. I'm cutting Derek.
Okay.
Okay. Yo, y'all cutting the dude.
Because-
I feel bad for
That's
doing it.
crazy.
But no, I have to agree with you. Watching Darren Williams all those years, like not even just in Brooklyn, in Utah too.
Well,
like
Utah
he was a
fucking filthy.
amazing player.
He was fucking filthy.
Nah, facts. Rolling the shooting guards, Chris.
All right, so for the shooting guards, we got Clyde Drexler, Mitch Richmond, and Joe Dumars, the guy that Aaron couldn't think of when we were playing that
Yeah,
game.
that's crazy.
He's not what? He's in the Pelicans GM now.
No, I think he's like something for the NBA. I think he's the head of the Players Association.
Swear he was the Pelicans GM for some reason.
I think he's rumored to possibly be the Pelicans GM.
Okay.
I gotta find
Because
this
I
out
think
real
they
quick.
fired David Griffin.
Well, they did. I know that for sure. I mean, I don't know if you want to go. He's the Pelicans executive vice president of basketball operations.
Okay, they must have
so
just hired them.
they'll probably put him in that position soon. But for this 3, Clyde, Mitch, and Joe, I'll be honest, bro. I just threw these old heads together because like they just old heads. But realistically, I'm gonna start Joe Dumars. I'm going to bench. I want to say Mitch so bad, but I'll bench Clyde due to he's all NBA, top 75, all the accolades and stuff like that, you know. And I'm gonna cut Mitch Richmond. Sorry, Mitch. How about you, Eddie?
Ooh. Oh, this is you make me like rethink. I'm actually gonna start Clyde.
Interesting.
I'm gonna start Clyde. I think he was way ahead of his time. That athleticism was off the charts for a guy. I think he was like 6'6" or something like that. Obviously the shooting wasn't up to par, and obviously shooting wasn't the thing yet. But I think his game translates a lot as the years go on. I'm a huge fan of his. I'm gonna take Clyde. This is where it gets tough for me. I don't want to cut Mitch. I really don't want to do that. Probably my favorite legend to use 2K, by the way. Just a heads up there. I'm gonna have to though. I'm gonna bench Joe for his role on the Bad Boys Pistons, his own accolades himself. Unfortunately, Mitch also has a really stacked resume. I didn't realize how stacked it was. Just the competition, I'm gonna cut him for. Yeah. I'm gonna cut him. They're all on the threes.
Yes, indeed.
Here, you, Mr. Quinn Williams. Wow, these are the names on here. I didn't realize the last name on this list. Scottie Pips, Grant Hill, and Robert Horry.
Yeah,
love that.
Big shot, Bob.
Love that.
Yeah.
I flip the spotlight's whoever in this one right here. Let's start off.
I'll kick it off. You know what? With Scotty, Grant, and Mr. Robert Horry. This one's a interesting one because obviously I'm starting Scotty. Obviously, but. Who do you bench? You bench somebody that had one of the best potentials before injury, or somebody that hit the biggest shots for
Big shot, and who has
he has
7 rings.
Yeah, for each historical franchise, the Spurs, the Lakers, Chicago. It's like,
wait, he won one with Chicago?
I think he was on the team with Chicago. Yeah,
Robert was there.
Yeah, the 3-peat. He was there.
Robert was there. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but
wait, no,
Chris, don't believe us.
This is crazy.
Wait. No, he wasn't there in Chicago.
No?
Kiss my ass.
Oh, didn't he win a couple? No, Houston. Did he win a couple with? Yeah, I think he won with Houston.
With Houston, you're right.
Maybe
he
did.
did.
I think he won 2 with. I think he was there when.
That's when they beat the fuck out the Knicks. Yeah.
And the Magic.
But I'm going to bench. I'm benching Robert Horry. I'm benching Big Shot Bob. He hit every shot that needed to be when it comes in his way.
Okay, I don't hate this.
I love Grant Hill. Like he's honestly out of the top players that injury before they got into their prime. He's number one. Besides Derrick Rose, But Robert Horry, he was just so great on these historical teams winning rings. But how about you, Chris?
Obviously, you guys start Scottie Pippen. Like, just look at the resume. 7-time All-Star, 6-time champion, 10-time All-Defensive Team, 7-time All-NBA, part of the top 5 NBA 75 team of all time. And then I had to agree with you. The benching and cutting was hard, but I would have to say I'm benching Robert. I feel bad for Grant Hill because, like you said, he had so much potential if those fucking injuries just didn't hit him like a truck.
This one's probably the hardest one so far, bro, because we know Grant Hill would have been a monster,
Everyone knows if he did not get injured, he would have been a superstar.
Nah, facts. But let's roll into power forwards. We got Zebo, Zach Randolph, Rasheed Wallace,
Junkyard Dog,
Blake Griffin.
Whoa.
What you got, Chris?
This is tough.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of put this together
My answer, I feel like my answer might shock, but I don't know.
Hold on, so it was Randolph, Rasheed, and Blake Griffin.
Yes.
Well, I think the cutting's easy. Fucking cutting Blake's ass. What the fuck has he done?
That's a crazy statement.
Yeah.
Listen, I get it. He was an all-star.
He was an MVP candidate fucking 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
And injuries hit him like a truck.
Brother, I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree with that.
This is why I put it in it, because this one's interesting.
For starting, I gotta start Rasheed Wallace, man.
Okay.
Freaking great defensive intensity. He could crash the boards, get in the rim, and obviously he's known for like one of the big last few. Every time he played the fucking game, he get a technical foul every single time. And we all remember like the historical funny videos with him back when he was in Portland playing against Los Angeles when the ref gave him a technical foul and he literally said, "Whack, get the hell out of here." And then obviously in MSG when he said, "Ball don't lie." And then I got to bench Zach Randolph.
Yeah, big Zebo, man. What you got, Eddie? I'm curious, bro.
I'm starting Blake. What? I'm starting Blake Griffin. None of these guys have his
Is it because he played for Brooklyn?
No, fuck no. No.
That's crazy.
No one has his offensive skill set on this
Yo.
list. Nobody here has his offensive skill set. Not a single soul can do what he did offensively. Whoa. None of them could. Now, could he do some of their stuff? No. But they can't handle the ball. They can't shoot like him. They don't have his athleticism. They don't have that. He was much more versatile. And again, that Pistons team had no business making the playoffs 6 years ago. Zero.
Yeah,
was a top MVP candidate there. Had triple doubles being posted left and right. If injuries didn't happen, sure, this is a clear-cut start for anyone's eyes. But his career got derailed pretty quickly. If we're drafting a bully team, yeah, I'm cutting Blake, obviously. That's what he can't do compared to these guys. Other than that, I'm just saying. Now here's where it gets interesting. I'm benching Zebo.
You cut it Rasheed Wallace?
When you play next to Ben Wallace in those times, your job gets a lot fucking easier. We don't give Ben Wallace the respect that he deserves.
What the hell?
Yes. We don't give the respect to Ben Wallace. We don't give him any sort of respect whatsoever.
Yo, Ryan,
Rasheed Wallace was a good fucking scorer for his size. Was a very good scorer. He had a good longevity to his career. From a skill set standpoint, I'm not taking him over these other guys.
That's crazy.
I'm just not.
Yo.
When you play next to Ben Wallace, you look like a fucking star defensively. You look like a star when the guy averages 4 fucking blocks next to you.
I'm shocked, bro. Like, I don't even know what to say. Yo,
That's what
Eddie.
I stand on it.
Now, for me, because I want to answer this too. I have Rasheed starting. I have Zebo bench, and I'm cutting Blake.
I can't cut Blake.
I gotta cut Blake.
I'm not cutting Blake.
Bro, I like bully ball, so I love Zebo.
That's the thing. That's what the only thing they could do better than Blake.
Here's the thing. Before Blake Griffin even developed a fucking jump shot or whatever, he was only known for dunking.
Yup.
Okay.
That's why it was called
And he
Bud.
developed a jump shot, though. So, Chris, if I had 4 wheels and a steering wheel, I'm a car, you dumbass. That is the exact analogy that you just used.
All right, calm down.
No, that's the dumbest shit. If Blake Griffin didn't shoot, he was over dunking. He developed a jumper.
Calm.
Zach Randolph and Rasheed didn't have a jumper going for them that well.
What you mean? Rasheed had the mini game.
I'm not taking Rasheed's skill set over
Zebo
Blake's.
had a mini game too.
Yeah, like, yo, realistically, if Zebo was playing in today's game, he will develop a three-pointer because he was a type of guy to post up and get middies.
What do you mean today? Like, Zebo played fucking 10 years ago.
Yeah, and 10 years ago, the game has changed a lot.
It has, but shooting the three
The last time he
existed.
played was 2017, 2018.
The 3-point existed. Zebo was a bull. Like I said, if we're playing bully ball, my answer changes entire 180.
Yo, Chris Roll in the centers, bro.
I don't see the fun in this here. I stand on my
That's
shit.
crazy.
So for the centers, we got some really interesting names. We got Marc Gasol, Brook Lopez, and then Rudy Gobert. You know what? After that, Eddie, why don't you start?
We'll do it. Starting Marc Gasol, benching Gobert, cutting Brook Lopez. Next, you're up, Aaron.
Damn.
Well, that was fucking quick.
There's no explanation for this either.
I'm going to I'm gonna start Marc Gasol as well, and I'm going to bench. That's crazy that you not benching Brook Lopez when he played for the Nets.
I don't give a fuck if you play for the Nets.
Yo,
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna take a guy. How many deep points does fucking Gobert have? 4?
Let me look it up.
yo, I'm dead. But I'm gonna start Marc Gasol. I'm gonna bench Brook Lopez, and I'm gonna cut Rudy Gobert. If Rudy's able to get,
Yep, he's a 4-time defensive player.
I
of the
can't ignore
year
that. I can't
And a
ignore that.
7-time all defensive.
You know why I can't ignore that? Because when it goes into playoff time, he's a liability.
Okay, that's
Because
valid.
he only has one job to block.
Yeah, and once they pull him out to that 3-point line like that Luka did last year in that Western Conference, oh, he's on skates.
Well, that
the
was
whole
his
time.
fucking fault. He should have thought better than that. Stupid.
Well, it's not even that, because since today's NBA, everybody got to switch on defense. He's stuck on an island.
Yeah, well, he's
so-
stupid to think, oh, I'm gonna get fucking Luka.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cut Rudy Gobert on that one, and let's go into the baseball, the MLB start bench cut.
Fuck.
So for pitchers, we have. Oh, this is gonna be fun because I'm about to try to get these names right. We have Roy Halladay,
RP goat.
Clayton.
If you can't say his name and you're a fan of this team, I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of you.
Crenshaw.
Who?
He's going off All American right
Fake
now.
Dodger fan right there.
He's
Clayton
going off
Kershaw.
All American real quick, Crenshaw.
That's the only reason I said it. Yeah. What is his last name?
Kershaw.
Kershaw.
And you know what team he plays for? Your Los Angeles Dodgers.
Let's go Dodgers. We got
Well, he's
Clayton,
injured more than he plays, so.
Kershaw, Can't even say shit right now.
You might as well just say fucking coleslaw.
Might as
Shit.
well, yo,
That was kind of
close.
sick. Clayton
Clayton
Coleslaw.
coleslaw.
Yeah. And then we have Max Scherzer.
Jesus Christ,
Close enough.
Scherzer.
Close enough.
What is it?
Scherzer.
Who are you gonna start bench cut, Eddie?
Starting Clayton Coleslaw. Starting him. The resume is fucking ridiculous. He's a future Hall of Famer. I was looking through his numbers. He had a 4 or 5 years straight where he was at a sub 2.2 ERA or some shit. With like 3 of those years being like a 1.7, 1.8. I mean, the guy, his MVPs, has the rings. Now his career is pretty much done with the injuries. But that's an easy one for me. I'm gonna bench Scherzer. I've never seen more. Yes. Over Roy Halladay? Yes. I'm benching Scherzer. Why? Because you hate him because he was a Met, because he sucked his Met and trashed the Mets?
No, I gave that face. No, you'll find out why.
Oh, I don't know what you're doing. His resume was much better than Roy Halladay's, and the guy still has longevity. Now, again, Roy Halladay's dead, and I apologize. And I RIP GOAT. Probably the first pitcher I knew in baseball when I started watching baseball.
Was Max Scherzer?
No, it was Roy Halladay actually.
No,
but his resume doesn't match up compared. I think he has 8 All-Stars. I think. Other than that, like
8 All-Stars.
he gets beat out. He gets beat up by Scherzer and Kershaw in that, and that's his best accolade. So I'm gonna go based off that.
What you got, Chris?
No, the reason why I made that face is because I agree with you.
Okay.
Oh wow, you thought it was gonna cut Scherzer because I don't hate Scherzer actually.
I mean, I don't really hate Scherzer. The only thing that I'm grateful for is that he got us fucking Ronald Acuna. I mean, Luis Angel.
Yo,
Fuck.
don't take a walk from me.
Yeah.
Take a fucking walk.
I said the wrong Acuna. Fuck you, Ronald Acuna.
I'm
That's all I
dead.
gotta say. But yeah, I agree with you. I'm starting Clayton Kershaw. Freaking, like you said, he doesn't have to play anymore. I don't know why the fuck he still wants to play. Like, he's already a Hall of Famer. He's got everything. He's got the MVPs. He's got the Cy Youngs. He's got 2 rings, or, well, apparently 1 because
Relax.
according to Baseball Reference, he only has 1 ring. He has 2 rings.
Well, he didn't play
Well,
last
he
year.
didn't play that. Okay, so technically he only has a ring.
Yeah, but he was on the team.
That's fucked up.
Who
Doesn't
gives a
matter.
shit?
He's got the MVP. He's got.
He
2
has at least
rings.
a ring at the very least.
Yeah.
He has a ring or 2, whatever.
Yeah.
He's got the Cy Young, whatever. Scherzer, obviously known back then as one of the most dominant pitchers of all time. Like, literally everywhere he went, and we all remember him on the Nationals. He used to fucking kill us every single goddamn time we played against them. And then we got him, and then he was good for 1 year, and then he sucked. Thanks for Luis saying Acuna, by the way.
All right. So the next we have shortstops. Trey Turner.
Trey Turner.
Just try. You're good.
Just Trey. Okay. Trey Turner. Dansby Swanson. Dansby Swanson. What is
No,
it?
you said it
Dansby,
right.
it's good.
Dansby.
Good.
Okay, Dansby Swanson. Okay. And then we have Carlos Correa.
Wow.
Damn.
I know that name because I fuck with the Dominican. You know what I mean? Shout out to my Spanish, bro.
Cheater.
Love you, bro. You know what I mean? Give me that bacon, egg, and cheese, bro. Salt, pepper, ketchup at the bodega. You feel me? But what you got, Chris? Hey, man. Shout out to the. What you got, Chris?
Hold on. Ooh, this is tough.
Fuck yeah, it is.
This is really tough.
Why are you moaning like that?
I'm trying to think. This is really tough.
tough.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
I'm gonna start Trey Turner. One of them, with minus all the injuries, he was known as one of the best shortstop ever. Like, he's got the speed, he can hit. Not really a power guy, but whenever he could, he did show off the power. Like we saw again in Team USA against fucking who the hell was it they hit the big grand slam against?
I forgot.
I forgot, but he could come up clutch whenever he want to. 3-time All-Star, world champion. He's got batting title, silver slug. And then I got to bench Carlos Correa.
Okay.
And then I'm cutting Dansby. Look, I get it. Carlos Correa should have a fucking ring. He fucking cheated. But besides that, this man really did come up clutch whenever it became possible, like into the playoffs. He was known as like one of the best playoff clutch hitters in the league. And like right now in Minnesota, like he's not the same Carlos Correa as we remember, but like sometimes he could show us off the glimpse with like his glove, not with his bat.
His bat's been
No, his
subpar
bat's
this year.
been
Last
decent.
year, his bat was really good still. He
Yeah.
batted almost a 300.
His team just sucked.
Yeah.
And then I'm cutting Dansby.
I'm gonna start Carlos. I think the only thing that separates him and Trey is Carlos's glove. I think he's got a much better glove. He does have a gold glove. I don't think Trey does. Other than that, very similar accolades. Very clutch player performer, like you said. Without him, I don't think Houston wins. I know they cheated, but I don't think they win without him on that Houston team. I'm benching Trey. I know he has a ring. Like I said, probably one of the fastest players in the league. He obviously, when he gets on base, you have to watch him at all times to change the pace and steal bases. And Dansby hasn't played as long as these guys. Accolades don't line up as well. Doesn't have the gold gloves there with them. Doesn't have the all-star appearances. Has the ring, obviously, but other than that, doesn't really line up. And talent-wise, in my opinion, as well as accolade-wise with the other two guys.
All right, so next we have outfielders. Julio Rodriguez, Kyle Tucker, and Jordan Alvarez.
Jordan. Close. He's got that. He almost swept the board here. Jordan.
Bro, I wanted to say it that way, but I'm like, since it's like Spanish, like when they
The Jesus.
like Jesus and Jesus is like,
Why
bro,
the hell did you have to get up like
because I got to check the thing real quick. But what you got, Eddie, for these three? Jordan Alvarez, my bad, bro.
This was tough. First of all, I'm gonna start with the cut. I'm gonna cut Julio off rip. Younger player, hasn't lived up. Well, he's lived up to the hype, obviously, but hasn't lived up to what Kyle and Jordan have done. Both have ring. They have a ring, both of them, right?
Who?
Jordan and Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From 2022.
I think the one thing that's separating me the most here is I'm gonna take Tucker's.
Torn ACL.
Oh God, dude. Oh my God. That didn't line up well because I said I'm gonna take Tucker and you go torn ACL. Like, yeah, I'm gonna take Tucker's torn ACL, dude. I'm gonna take Tucker's fielding ability, and he's done some MVP type caliber stuff so far this year in Chicago. Jordan's got to a slow start. He's just a massive power hitter to his game. I'm gonna take Tucker though. The longevity of his game can outlast, I think, Jordan's.
So just to make sure, you're starting Tucker,
benching Jordan, and cutting Julio. Yeah,
I agree.
just as that simple as that.
All right,
No, you're good. You're good. Listen, you're good. I'm not about to say anything
And
bad.
you know that there's going to be some people saying like, oh, but Julio was like a top prospect. But like, realistically, what has he done?
He's played a short amount of years. He made a couple All-Star games, but other than that,
But like his team's never done anything.
Yeah.
And like when it comes down to playoff time, like towards the end of the year where they even get close, he disappears.
Yeah.
You can't find him anywhere.
All right, so we have up next. We have the first baseman. We have
fun.
Albert Pujols, Freddie Freeman, and Miguel Cabrera. Hey, I know how to say that. Yeah. Hey, y'all motherfuckers say that shit all the damn time. Those names in particular, bro. But let's start with you, Chris. What you got for these three?
He's gonna start moaning again.
Please don't.
He's gonna be ugh. Fuck, this is fucking tough.
But wait, what team did Albert Pujols play for? What team?
It was the Cardinals and the Angels.
Okay,
Cardinals, Angels, Dodgers.
He's Dodger. I forgot he was a Dodger too.
He had that brief stint in Los Angeles.
Really quick, yeah.
And then went back to St. Louis. Starting is tough. Shit.
I'm gonna start giving a countdown. 3 seconds.
Fuck off. All right, for starting, I think you got to start Albert Pujols. Like, what before that fucking Angels contract, literally one of the best hitting first basemen in all the league. Like, this dude was like, people were scared of this motherfucker. Like, you gave him the perfect pitch, he'd fucking smack that shit out of the park. For benching, I'm gonna have to bench. This is fucking tough too. I might have to bench. I'm gonna bench Miguel Cabrera, and then I'm gonna cut Freddie Freeman because Miguel Cabrera played longer. He's got he doesn't obviously have the awards compared to Freddie Freeman because like Miggy's only got 1 ring, Freddie's got 2 rings. But his stats are he's a 2-time MVP, a 12-time All-Star, a World Champion, a 7-time Silver Slugger, 4-time batting title. And
Triple Crown winner.
Yeah, Triple Crown. And then for Freeman, he's got 1 MVP, 8-time All-Star, 2 World Series rings, a Gold Glove, a World Series MVP, and a 3-time Slugger. I would just say because Miguel Cabrera, he was doing this before Freddie Freeman came in the fucking league. I feel like that Freddie took it over like Miguel when like freaking Miguel was getting older, like he didn't have the same shit that he used to be.
Right.
So yeah, I'm starting Pujols, I'm benching Miguel, and I'm cutting Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, I think the obvious cut's Freddie. Just these guys put up some insane accolades. It was actually tough for me to decide between who I'm starting. I'm leaning more Pujols because Pujols is 4th all time in home runs in MLB history. So, like you mentioned before, when he's up at plate, you're gonna have to back everybody
and
up.
Did he get up to 700?
He was at 703. 703. 4th all time. Miguel Cabrera, I think he was top 25 or top 30. Miguel. Very similar accolades, though. I know Miggy had the Triple Crown, but I think just the power of Pujols and his numbers over his career outlasted Miggy's, and that's going to be the difference maker for me. So I'm starting Pujols, benching Miggy, cutting Freddie.
All right, so next up is about to be fun because I don't know how to say the dude second guy's last name. So next we have a second baseman. We have Robinson Cano. I know how to say that because he played for the Yankees. We have Jose Altuve, and we have Dustin Pedroia.
Pedroia.
Pedroia. Yeah, we got Dustin Pedroia. Yo, what's up, bro? What you got, Eddie?
I am starting. I wonder what Chris is thinking right now in his head. I'm starting Altuve. I couldn't believe the accolades that this man has in his career at the moment compared to the other two. I didn't think it was that stacked. I know, the cheating ring. I know, here we fucking go. It doesn't fucking matter. The guy is my height, hitting, being a home run threat, being an RBI threat. His numbers are, for a guy, I think he's 32 years old.
Yep.
Pretty good field. They moved him to left
actually,
field.
35 years old.
My point. I was astonished. His bat may not be better than Cano's, but it might be. It's up par with Cano. And that's gonna lead me into my next thing actually, because I'm actually not benching Cano. I'm actually benching Pedroia. Pedroia's glove was unreal. He wasn't your power hitter. I think he had half the home runs that Cano may have had. Was a great contact hitter. An absolute ridiculously great fielder. At second base. Cano known for his power. And that's all I really got out of him. So that's going to be my thing. It's going to be the versatility between the guys. I do factor in the fielding aspect as well. So, and I think Jose's the obvious start. And I think between Pedroia and Cano, I'm leaning Pedroia because of the versatility in his game that he's had.
Agree.
Third baseman.
Chipper Jones, Adrian Beltre, and Manny Machado. Chris, what you got, bro?
Who's the kicker of the grunts?
Chipper Jones. Yo, that's an interesting name. Is that his real first name?
Yes.
Is it right? I didn't remember actually.
That's crazy.
Yep. His real name's Chipper Jones.
I'm dead.
He's a prick.
Fuck him. To many people who don't know, and Aaron,
God.
you don't know. So back in the day, before Citi Field, the Mets played at Shea Stadium, and obviously, the Braves and Mets, they're rivals. They don't like each other. Chipper Jones, he used to dominate the Mets in Shea Stadium, and this guy was such a fucking asshole that he had a kid, and he named it Shea, and then they said, why'd you name it Shea? And then he said, because of Shea Stadium. Because every time he went to Shea Stadium, he kicked our ass.
That's funny as hell.
Fuck you.
But yeah, what you got for this one? Start, bench, cut.
I think it's a Chip. I would have to start Chipper, even though I dislike this motherfucker so bad. And then I have to bench Beltre, and I have to cut Machado.
I hate agreeing with you. I hate it. Well, Chipper is the obvious one because of the MVP.
Like, just look at the stat. Hall of Fame, MVP, 8-time All-Star, world champion, 2-time Silver Slugger, and he's got a fucking batting title. And he's known in the sport as one of the greatest third basemen to ever play the game of baseball.
Yeah, that's easy right there. That's easy. I think Beltre's got the longevity aspect, too. They both have insane longevity as well. Machado, I think, can catch up to at least Beltre in terms of everything.
I don't think Beltre doesn't have a. No, Beltre does not have a ring.
Does he not?
No, I feel like that in my opinion, if Machado probably gets a ring, then there could be a conversation. But I feel like until then, no, I can't put Machado over.
That's
Beltre.
valid. That's valid. Oh,
All right, catchers. We have Francisco Alvarez.
Francisco,
my bad. I don't know why I said it like that. I read it weird. Yeah, we have Francisco Alvarez, Austin Wells, and Gabriel Moreno.
Bang.
Yeah. Corrected myself. What you got, Eddie?
Do it.
I'm gonna start Alvey. I'm gonna start
Yes,
Alvarez.
sir.
I'm gonna start Alvey. He's the best framer of the other guys here. Obviously these guys are all super young, came around the same time. Alvey's got the injury issues, which we have to hope that doesn't
Back-to-back
add on
years.
to and doesn't impact him. But right now he's got his batting average up to a 280. After starting up a little bit poor. But love he's gotten so much better at blocking the plate as on defense. I want to see he's back more consistent, but he's a power hitter. He's always gonna be a threat at the plate. I am gonna bench Gabriel Moreno. He's got better numbers than these two. It comes down to defense for me as well. Austin Wells is a guy, I like his bat. I really do. The consistency's not, I don't really like it as well. And I don't think he matches up par with the other two defensively. And here we go. He's going to say he agrees, and then we're going to do.
What you got?
I agree.
Trademark that shit.
But, like, no offense to these other guys,
Cut your ass off real quick.
but like, no offense to these other guys, but Francisco Alvarez at the time, like before he came up, he was literally the number one prospect in all of baseball.
Correct.
And like, listen, he's had injury problems. I'm pretty sure that in his first full year, he hit nearly 30 home runs. I think he broke Johnny Bench's record for the most home runs hit by a rookie.
I don't know why I don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure it was the year that we made I think it was the year that we didn't make it. All I know is that one of his years he hit nearly 30.
You're right.
If you wanna
25.
When did he?
In 2023.
So the year that we didn't make the playoffs,
so
he
Bucks last year. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he did break Johnny Bench's record for most home runs hit by a catcher. I think in his first 2 years, I believe, or something. I don't know. And then Marino, he was also another top prospect. And Wells, not really a tough. I mean, he's got a good bat, but going from like defensive wise, it's not better than Francisco Alvarez's.
And you talked a lot of hoops. Now we're gonna go to the pigskin and talk about some NFL a little bit. You know, the NFL schedule came out. It's a big deal in some of these teams. The social medias, they go ballistic, especially the Chargers. Probably they just won the offseason with that Minecraft schedule release. I can't lie.
Chicken jockey.
That thing, oh my God.
Or the Indianapolis Colts arresting a dolphin.
Now that was fucking funny. We'll get into that though, because that all of a sudden was a big deal. The Colts apologized to Tyreek Hill. They called his agent Drew Rosenhaus. They apologized to him. They apologized to the Dolphins organization after mocking him and Patrick Mahomes in the since deleted schedule release video. Tyreek, for no one who's watched it, the Colts played Dolphins week 1, and they had Tyreek as a Dolphin getting arrested by the U.S. Coast Guard as a Dolphin in it. Very, very funny video. Tyreek, you can't do things off the field. If you're a good, upstanding citizen, you won't be mocked. So therefore, it's a very funny video. The apologies, I don't think need to be said. I don't know why they deleted it. Bring it back up. It's a classic video.
Hey man, it's 2025, bro. You know how today's time is.
And according to Adam Schefter, he wrote how his agent Drew Rosenhaus said Tyreek Hill just told him that he didn't take the Colts schedule release post seriously, and he thought it was funny.
Yeah, now he might just drop 275 on them week 1, but we'll see. Get your bets ready. And bigger, more important news, actually. A little bomb drop today by, it wasn't Shefty, the first quoted it. I don't think it was him, but Caleb Williams tried to avoid being drafted by the Bears in last year's draft. Him and his father Carl Williams, were finding ways to get out of the draft by maybe staying, going to the UFL, going through all these attorneys, these loopholes, they're going through the CBA, all the agreements. They wanted to go to the Vikings off rip. From what I heard from combine meetings, him and Kevin O'Connell hit it off really well. Who wouldn't want to go to the Vikings with that system, the weapons they have? But this is it's significant because, yeah, no one wants to go to the Bears with the QB history they've had going on. They haven't had a 4,000-yard pass in their entire franchise history, which is fucking crazy. And Caleb Williams, who was one of the most prominent NFL prospects in the past couple years or so, I can't fault him. However, though, this coming out now, and if there's a lot of truth behind it, I mean, do you guys think the Bears would take any offense to this whole story coming out now?
Honestly, no, because I feel like he put this in his book, so it's like they probably had some background knowledge upon this, because I feel like he probably gave them a book I'm about to release this. There's some information in here that doesn't look good for the team per se, but I really don't have any crazy or hard feelings upon what he said because it is Chicago at the end of the day.
I can't fault him. The guy is, again, a highly touted prospect. They haven't had a 4,000-yard passer. It's not like there's one bad coach that's been there for all this time. It's just a bad franchise with these quarterbacks.
Well, like his father said, he literally said Chicago's where quarterbacks go to die.
And he's not wrong. Like, if you had quarterbacks that succeed there, then it's a whole different story, but you haven't. So I just thought that a lot of people get pissed off because it's like, oh, I want to go to the Vikings.
I just thought it was fucking crazy. And the day after the NFL release.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy timing behind it. I gotta read that book though. I'm gonna read that book. I'm kind of curious on what I like reading the sports books that like come from like not like a biography, but like their own words, their own experiences,
like a memoir basically.
Kind of.
Upon them,
I've read a book by Bill Walsh, the old Niners coach with Joe Montana, the Dynasty, how he created all that. It's his own words. I was like, this is fascinating. So I gotta take a look at that though for sure. Speaking of NFL schedule, we have a lot of the holiday matchups out here now. We're going to go over these holiday matchups, the key matchups here, whether it's some rookie on rookies or Super Bowl rematches, whatever the case may be. But the holiday matchups are looking like this. For Thanksgiving, of course, the Detroit Lions, where everyone used to dread them being on Thanksgiving. Now look forward to it all the time. We'll be going up against their NFC North rival, the Green Bay Packers, that will be in Ford Field in Detroit. That should be a fascinating game. To start off on Thanksgiving,
last season
it was Lions-Bears, and that's when the Bears mismanaged the clock, and that game ran out. And that's what Earfuss got fired after that. Thank God. The afternoon game, while you guys are wrapping up, all full and everything, got Patrick Mahomes traveling to Jerry's World to play the Dallas Cowboys. I'm actually very intrigued by this matchup. Very, very intrigued. In the night game, they kind of cooked this year, the NFL, these matchups. Joe Burrow traveling to Baltimore, Maryland, against the in-division rivals here of the Baltimore Ravens, going against Lamar Jackson. Which game are you looking forward to the most here, Aaron? I know you're wearing the jersey, but
I'm going to be honest with you. I already know what the Bengals and Ravens game look like because we've seen it every time, every year, high-scoring game. I'm more excited about the Chiefs and the Cowboys, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. I feel like, when's the last time they played? It's been some time.
Yeah.
It's been some time.
Yeah.
I think the last time the Chiefs played the Cowboys, Alex Smith was still the quarterback.
Wow.
I think Tyreek Hill was still on the team.
Well, Tyreek was on the team. Well, they play AFC, NFC team play every 4 years. So unless there's a matchup I'm completely missing, which it could be very possible, but the only time I remember is when Tyreek scored before halftime. I thought that was on Thanksgiving, but I could be really wrong against the Cowboys. Then you go to Christmas. You open your gifts up, having a day, NBA, Christmas on as well. Got 3 games. Again, some good damn matchups.
They cooked.
All division rivals here, starting off with the Cowboys against the Jaden Daniels-led Washington Commanders. Going to be a frigid-ass game for Dallas, so they better get this shit ready. Then you got Detroit, once again, going to Minnesota, though. It's going to be a high-scoring game for sure. And then Denver traveling to Arrowhead in Kansas City. I'm hyped for all of them, but that Cowboys, the Cowboys putting them on primetime is always going to hit a little different because it's the Cowboys. It's the most highly touted franchise. Yeah. But this Cowboys-Commanders game, they always try to push it upon us on Thanksgiving when the Commanders used to be bad. This is an exciting game to look forward to with Jaden Daniels in primetime against Dallas. Playoff implications potentially on the line here. Really, all these games have playoff implications.
You already know that. Especially this game, they're going to be teetering right there like every year.
You expect Philly to probably win the division, maybe.
Yes, yeah,
but this is going to be like that wild card matchup right here. So, listen, they cooked the NFL this year. The holiday game, shout out to you guys. That's much needed right here.
Nah, facts. And, bro, even going into some of the key matches from week 1 to 10, bro, there's a banger match every week except going to, between week 7 through, 9 or something.
Right. Starting off Thursday Night Football, week 1. Division rivals, Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, listen, they never miss with these opening day games here. They even didn't miss Detroit versus Kansas City that one year. And Detroit shockingly won because everyone's like, oh, they're a little overrated now. Right there, bang, exciting game. Week 2, Super Bowl rematch. Eagles Chiefs, right off rip again. And then you got, the Rams finally allowed to Saquon not run for 200 yards on them in week 3?
Hey, man, fingers crossed, bro.
I mean,
I'm calling it
Braden Fisk, please, dude.
I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. May 15, 2025. Saquon will run again for 200 yards against the Rams.
Yeah, you know what? And when that week comes in, we're gonna put that in the parlay, and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna book it, but the Rams will win.
Honestly, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Devontae Adams catches the game-winning touchdown pass. That's all I'm gonna say.
I like that. Yeah.
I say he drops it.
Damn.
Wow, that's crazy.
I said drop, not catch. Drop.
Week 4, though, we have the rematch of 2024 season opener with the Ravens and Kansas City Chiefs. Could be another Isaiah Likely standout game right there, unless the Chiefs can start guarding their tight ends. Who knows, though? Week 5 got a battle of some young, talented quarterbacks, C.J. Stroud and going against Lamar Jackson. Same week, though. And the reason why we're highlighting this game was for this fella right here.
Yes, indeed.
Because he fucking hates the Cowboys. Even though the Cowboys probably going to win by 30 this game. Going against the New York Jets. Buddy, this is your time right here. By the way, his mama a Cowboy fan.
Facts.
So,
And I will be securing the tissues, whether if I'm at home or at the game. She will be crying, and I will be laughing because I will be saying, "How about them Cowboys?"
I'm going to need you and your mama to make a bet.
Fucking bet. As soon as she comes home, I'll make the bet right now. Shit.
I'm going to see that in my own eyes.
Facts.
I'm going to see that.
I will shake her hand, and I will make a bet with her.
That same week, though.
All I know is I need to get her away from all the Jet fans because I know they will beat the shit out of her.
Damn.
Jets.
Damn.
Bro.
Jets fans beat the shit out of a woman? Fucking
Bro,
terrible
you-
fucking franchise. I said it.
Man.
I agree.
Week 5, still the Lions-Bengals?
Yeah.
That's going to be a great matchup.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hopefully, since he's healthy, because they always have an issue with the health. Defensively, they're gonna looks like they might struggle. If they struggle, I can see this being a start some guys in fantasy this week. That's all I'm gonna say. Whoever you got,
My boy
plug them
Jameer
in.
Gibbs,
Facts.
yes,
I know
sir.
both defense. It's about to be straight offense that week.
Oh, that's gonna be a nice game right there.
Bengals defense better get the fuck ready because Detroit will be coming.
Week 6, a potential Super Bowl matchup with the Lions going into Kansas City here. That's a matchup that people have been wanting to see ever since the season opener in 2023. You have something to say there, Cap?
I was gonna say, or the Super Bowl prediction many people had last year: Chiefs and Lions.
Oh, woof.
Facts.
Week
In Washington.
8, Jaden Daniels, Patrick Mahomes. A little showtime right there. Week 9, it seems to be every single year the AFC Championship being played week 9, where the Bills will probably win this game again.
We gonna get this rematch until these two retire.
That's literally all it is. That's it. Week 10, rematch of the NFC Divisional last year, where the Commanders upsetted the Lions in insane fashion. Week 11, Lions-Eagles. Please, Detroit. Please. That same week, though, I believe, too, Miami. It's the first game in Madrid. Miami does go down to play, actually, Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. Wow. I don't know why I said it like that. Jeez. Week 12, Bills versus the Texans. Had a barn burner last year. Cami Fairbairn had like a 55-yarder win that game. Same week, Eagles played the Cowboys. Again, in Dallas this time. Well, which one's in Dallas? Are they in Philly week 1? I think they're in Philly week 1.
Yeah, they're in Philly
Right?
week 1, yes.
So in Dallas week 12 this time. Week 14, I love this. This is an up-and-coming rivalry that no one wants to talk about ever since that
about
Dan
to-
Skipper moment.
This about to cook.
The Cowboys
I already
versus
know.
the Lions. Ever since that Dan Skipper, Taylor Decker moment where he did whatever that whole conspiracy
Detroit
was.
got their revenge and beat the shit out
It's
of them.
been like that. I'm excited for that game. Week 14 got a fuck ton of games going on. Bengals, Bills. When the hell does that ever disappoint?
An AFC division matchup from a couple of years ago.
Yeah, where the Bengals exposed the Bills for being frauds that
You
year.
got
Let me-
Stephon Diggs the fuck
Yo.
out of there.
Now let me calm myself down because shout out to DeMar Hamlin, bro.
Oh, I forgot about that game. Well, I forgot about that.
Oh,
thing.
shit.
I didn't even think.
no.
Dude, I was thinking about the
No.
playoff game at like 22. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, shit.
You know what? I don't care. I'll say it anyway.
Love
right?
for 3.
So watching that game, right, Eddie? Remember when Skip
Oh,
tweeted
Jesus.
out
I
that-
already know where
that
you're going.
stuff,
Stop
right?
it. Stop it.
The way I think like a football nut. I'm like, yo, get back up, man. The game got to keep on going on, bro.
You said shoot up.
The amount of.
Yeah, yeah,
What
that's
the
it.
fuck?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
he literally made
You know
that
what
same
it
thing.
is?
He was like, take some stuff, shoot up.
Yeah, I was like, yo, bro, come on, man. Shoot that shit back up, bro. I ain't know it was that bad. You know, I'm just watching as I'm like, yo, let's go, bro. I got fantasy football, man. Like,
Dude, the entire fantasy championships that day, everyone had some fraud winners coming
Yes.
in. One of my
Like,
buddies won
bro.
the league, and he is fucking terrible in real life. So he got that's
but
a
yeah,
Mickey
nah,
Mouse ring.
shout out to
Aiden?
DeMar Hamlin.
Was it
facts.
Aiden?
No, fuck, he doesn't have a ring. Remember, I told you that he doesn't have a ring.
Shout out later, man.
Fuck him, actually.
I'm dead.
Fuck him.
All right, let's keep continuing with the other game in week 14.
Week 14, ending it off there with Houston going up against Kansas City.
Wild card matchup.
Wild card matchup again from last year. Hopefully Houston has their guys healthy. Week 16, divisional matchup. Week 16, week 18. Whoever did this kind of cooked, though. I can't lie.
The
Playoff
NFC
implications.
championship.
It's just NFC championship, but in 2 weeks apart to end the year with a potential fight for the division. Even though I think Philly's the favorites, can't obviously count on Washington. Cannot. With Jaden, as long as Jaden doesn't go in a sophomore slump, this is something to watch for at the end of the year. There,
I don't see him going to sophomore slump because of Kingsbury, bro.
I don't either. I think it's a
Yeah.
very simple offense. I don't think unless somehow people catch on to it. But again, it's a simple offense. I don't know. You can. It's a very college-esque offense. It's gonna be hard to catch on to. If you catch on to it, they can expand vertically.
The only team I see, if I don't know if they versed the Vikings this year, is the Vikings defense because of how well Brian Flores is able to disguise stuff. That's the only team I can see.
But the question is, who's going to be their
happening.
quarterback?
Ooh, facts.
Is it going to be JJ?
It's gonna be JJ. It's gonna be JJ. I forgot they brought someone else in too. I'm pretty sure. Trevor Sam Howell. I love you, King. That wraps up the key matchups here for this upcoming season. Obviously, there's more to go into, but what is it? T-minus time at 4 months or so? Well, 3 months. I'm a big preseason guy, but preseason ball starts off the first week of August. Hall of Fame game. Shout out Canton, Ohio. Love the Hall of Fame. If y'all haven't went, check it out. Fucking blew my mind away.
Really?
Blew my mind away.
Did you go to the Hall of Fame game?
The game, no, I went to the Hall of Fame 2 separate times,
Okay.
and there is so much shit there. You have no idea. You would think, all right, it's gonna be like all this legend stuff, like. That's never ending.
Yeah,
it's
no,
such.
mad memorable.
I want to go there.
Yeah.
I want to go there so badly.
Listen. There's nothing really to do in Canton, Ohio, other than that. So, or go to Jersey's too. That's a good sports bar there down there. Just put it out there. Shout out Jersey's. Do you want to talk about your buddy, real quick?
Who?
Your buddy.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers?
Your buddy.
Fuck him.
What's Pittsburgh gonna do?
Ben Rodgers.
What's Pittsburgh gonna do here at quarterback? I know they're always a topic on the podcast here. NFL insider Adam Schefter has been personally invested in the Rodgers offseason saga and said on the Unsportsmanlike podcast he thinks that Rodgers will make his decision known before Pittsburgh's mandatory minicamp, which runs June 10th to the 12th. So the clock is ticking. Has about a little less than a month left. If Rodgers somehow just goes, "Hey Pittsburgh, I'm not signing with you," you think he's going to a career, correct?
Yes.
I don't know what else, unless he does go to Minnesota.
All I know is that he better make the decision soon because according to Dan Orlovsky, they were going over the NFL schedule the other day.
Yeah.
And he predicts that if the Steelers don't get Aaron Rodgers, they don't have a quarterback. In their first 6 games, they will be 0-6. Because this is their first 6 games. They're at New York. They play the Jets. Then they play
Seattle.
Then they play Seattle.
Okay.
New England.
Okay.
With their new defense and new head coach.
We'll see.
Minnesota with their defense.
Okay.
Then they got the bye. And then they play Cleveland and then Cincinnati.
I can see 2 wins.
Yeah, honestly, they probably split 3.
All I know is they need a quarterback to at least win like half.
Because here's the thing. Like the Jets, we'll see how they look.
But
I think there's a lot of different changes. We'll see how Fields looks week 1. Could be a little growing pain there.
And Aaron Glenn.
They might know how to attack Fields though too, because they had him and they have the same guys down there.
Yeah.
I think the only other game they have a chance. I think I can see them losing to the Patriots.
Minnesota with their defense, I could see.
I think the Cleveland, because Cleveland's question mark is quarterback right now.
Yes.
So if no one's performing at a high level, anyone you're trying out there, I think they have an advantage right there too.
Yeah.
Even though they're in the same boat, but I like Pittsburgh's roster.
I don't think they're going to go 0-6. I'm just saying like this is what like an ESPN.
It's not a terrible thing. I could see between 0 wins to 2 wins.
Could you guys think that this will be Mike Tomlin's first losing season?
It should be his last season as a head coach.
It's not going to be a losing season because he's going to end up over 500.
It should be his last season as a Steelers head coach.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like if they're fucking awful, then it should be. But I'm just saying, do you think that for the first time in years, since he fucked up and did not take a quarterback, do you think that he's gonna have his first losing season and potentially get himself fired?
No and no, honestly. Because of how tough their division already is, they're going to be splitting a lot of games with these teams because Ravens, Bengals always fall to them.
So you're confident Mason Rudolph?
I'm confident Will Howard.
I'm confident in their defense. That's all
That's
I can
the
say.
thing, too. Yeah.
That's the only thing that he'll get credit for is their defense is just too damn good.
But Mike Tomlin should have been fired 3 years ago. He's been in this 500 range, for 8 years now or whatever.
And he hasn't won a playoff game in 9 years?
Yeah. But hopefully they get Aaron Rodgers, though. I'm not going to lie.
Think about it. They haven't won a playoff game in 9 years.
Yeah.
Catch up to Miami. I'm playing.
Yeah.
Catching up.
Or my fucking Jet. Shit.
Well, let's get into this baseball news that actually just dropped today about Pete Rose. This one is interesting.
My guy, Pete Rose, fucking a little too late, Mr. Rob Manfred. But it's going to raise a lot of questions here about the integrity of baseball we're going to have a little discussion about. But for anyone that missed, the all-time hit leader in hits in MLB history, Pete Rose, has been reinstated by Rob Manfred and is now eligible for a Hall of Fame. He is not eligible until 2028, I believe. Yes. Pete Rose, if no one has caught up with Pete Rose in the past 40 years or so, was caught gambling on games during his career and even lied about it until his death, which happened about around September of 2024. With this reinstatement, though, this also reinstates legends from the 1919 Black Sox gambling scandal. No, we're going deeper in our bag in the ball knowledge right now, but that Black Sox team had some legends. Lefty Williams, an absolute all-time pitcher. Joe Shoeless, Jackson, are instantly, easily Hall of Famers, but all were caught gambling on that team and threw games back in the day. They're also now eligible with this lift. Everyone on that team is deceased. So part of this is when a player is deceased, they're not technically a threat anymore in Rob Manfred's eyes. So now the eligibility, this ban gets lifted, and they're eligible for the Hall of Fame. My question, I'm going to ask a couple of you guys around here, is one, I'm going to start with you, Chris, is the integrity of baseball ruined now because you're opening up so many avenues and doors for players with gambling or other issues?
Yeah, I would say it's ruined. Because now, and I know we're gonna talk about this too, but now it brings up the question: if these guys who were dead, who allegedly cheated, could be in the Hall of Fame now, what does this mean for steroid players who are currently alive?
Right.
Like, for example, Barry Bonds used steroids, not a Hall of Famer. Alex Rodriguez, not a Hall of Famer, did steroids. And then you could even bring up, what about the Houston Astros players? Cheated. So, like, basically, it makes you think, like, you could do whatever the fuck you want, and if you die, they're going to be like, oh, we don't consider you as a threat. We know you cheated, but guess what? You're not a threat. You know what? You're in.
Yeah.
So, basically, Rob Manfred's saying that in order for you to get credit and to make them forget about everything that you did, you basically have to be dead.
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. This is a crazy thing to put in place for a policy for some of these Hall of Famers, or like Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame already. You know what? It's interesting because, like you said about these steroid use players like A-Rod, Barry Bonds, and I know there's multiple others.
Roger Clemens, yeah.
McGuire.
Oh my God,
Sosa.
It questions because, like, should they open the floodgate for these guys?
Well, that's going to be the big argument now because people are going to say if he's allowed in, then why aren't we in?
My only thing is if you open the gates for those steroid players, does that open the door for guys in this day and age to start taking steroids next?
No, because I feel like they got that that specific thing on such a strength, you know,
right.
A stronghold. I feel like nobody's going to test that nowadays because they'll put down the hammer on you, you know what I mean?
Right. I'm just curious, though, if they, like...
But that's a good thing to think about now because think about it, because people could be like... Because some random guy on the team, like, who's not good, could be like this. Oh, so if I want to be a Hall of Famer now, all I just have to do is just take the fucking steroid.
Listen, I don't know what exact the rules are with, like, guys take steroids at the call right now, what they get on, like, ban-wise or anything, or suspension-wise or anything. I just, like, don't know... There's a lot of doors and avenues that open up that could be avoided if this whole Pete Rose thing was left down. And I'm a huge supporter of Pete Rose getting the Hall of Fame, so I'm going to sound hypocritical.
Yeah.
I had never thought of the other side of this. I haven't really thought the other side of, like, if you lift this, you got to lift watch a lot of other things happen. So,
yeah, this is one of them things. It's like a lose-lose situation because you're going to upset both sides. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the thing is, for Pete Rose, he should have been a fucking Hall of Famer, like, from the fucking beginning. Like, talk about, like, whatever he did. Like, yes, he did admit he cheated when he was a manager. He gambled on his team to win as a manager. But when he played, he literally has the greatest nickname in all sports, Charlie Hustle. He played his ass off every game. He never cheated the game as a player. And he's literally the all-time hits leader. But he did nothing as a player. But you're going to scold him as a manager, and they treated him like shit. And like I told you guys, don't you know, for many people who don't know, when his son made his Major League debut for the Cincinnati Reds, the MLB told him, you have to buy your ticket, you can't go to the game for free, and after the game, you're not allowed on the field to go be with your son. Like, imagine telling a legend. Like, I'll give you an example. Could you imagine, like, for example, if Michael Jordan's son played in the NBA and played for the Bulls, and let's say could you imagine, like, them telling Michael Jordan, you can't go on that fucking court, and you want to go to the game? Pay. Even though he brought you 6 fucking rings? Like, and another example, could you imagine Yankee Stadium doing that to Derek Jeter? They get ripped.
I don't like this move. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Them letting Pete Rose become a Hall of Famer. Just keep the door closed. Don't open this up at all because it brings in too many questions.
Yeah.
Too
Yo,
many.
this
questions.
is their fault because this is MLB's fault because a long time ago they should have just let him in.
Nah.
But here's the thing, though. If you let him in,
Like,
you're opening the gates for guys
Yeah.
to gamble.
I know.
That's the only thing. So it's like there's way too many questions. You might as well there's no questions when the door's closed.
Yep.
The only question you gotta face is like, oh my god, like he's deserving. It's like, okay, well if you don't gamble, you get in. That's it.
If you
That's
don't
the
do-
only thing you gotta deal with. But yeah, from a talent standpoint, P Rose does deserve to get in, but unfortunate circumstances. And he's also not alive to see this come to action too. So
But I hate that they had to wait 5 months after his death.
well, that's it. He's not a threat anymore. That's the whole thing, which is fucking crazy to say. But yeah, that's the only MLB news coming around at the moment. And we're gonna get into Aaron's favorite game of all time
Oh yeah.
with the whiteboards in action.
His
All
week.
right, let's get it. Guess who, baby?
Guess
Yeah.
Aaron, you
Who?
want to explain the rules?
who?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really remember them off the top of my head. You know the rules, Chris. Go ahead, run them off,
Usually like
bro.
the trademark to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn. All right, so it's simple. I have a list of players, random players, and what I will do is I will be naming the teams that they play for, and then each of the guys get, I believe, what is it, 2 hints, 3 hints? 3 hints, and then they can ask me like certain questions like what position, when did he play for this team, when did he retire, and then when they have the name, they have to write their name on the board. But here's the thing. You got to spell the fucking name right. Like, for example, Aaron a while ago, he spelled Sean Livingston Livington, and then what was it, Gino fucking Atkins? Gene Atkins. But yeah, and then the thing is, we'll say, for example, once Eddie writes down a name, if he gets it wrong, he can't answer again until Aaron answers. And then after that, they tap out, and then I give out the answer, and then we move on to the next one. So I have a list of 10 players, and then we're going to start with the first one. You guys ready?
Yeah.
What the hell are you writing?
I'm trying to strategy, but you're good. You're good to start.
I was going to say, don't forget, do like what you did last time.
Give me ideas.
I was going to say Aaron Blurt. All right, you guys ready?
Let's do it.
He played for the New Jersey Nets, Brooklyn Nets, Celtics, Warriors, Lakers, and ended his career in Memphis.
What position?
Shooting guard.
Dang.
I'm not gonna ask questions yet.
Shooting guard. That's not helpful because I don't know anybody from New Jersey Nets days.
That's what I'm thinking. Hold on. What's throwing me off is
What's the teams again?
yeah. That's please.
He played the last year in New Jersey. Then he was there the first year in Brooklyn. Then he was in
Oh,
Boston,
Yeah.
Golden State,
Yep.
Lakers,
That guy.
Grizzlies.
I have his fucking jersey. I had his New Jersey jersey.
I don't know
I thought
who
he was
that
gonna
is.
be. I thought he was gonna be such a fucking goat. My guy, Marshawn Brooks. Don't even
Yeah, if he
fucking
got it
start
right.
with me in the
Marshawn
start.
Yep, he got it
Brooks,
right.
I never heard of him.
What, really?
Yeah.
He was literally the one who threw the lob to Gerald Green.
No, it's not even that. He was a first round pick, I think, and was like an offensive menace, but then couldn't put it together. Was part of the Paul Pierce trade, and then kind of bounced around. That last stint in Memphis, he came back for like 20 games, was putting up fucking numbers. And that was like a couple years. That wasn't too long ago. That was like fucking 4 or 5 years ago? 6 years ago, maybe.
He played in Memphis from 2017 to 2019.
Yeah, so,
So like
too long
6
ago.
years ago.
All right, what's next?
All right, next player. Played for the New Jersey Nets,
What the fuck you did?
Milwaukee Bucks, Mavericks, Hornets, Charlotte Hornets, and then ended his career with the Clippers.
New Jersey Net. I hate that I might know this fucking answer. I hate that I might know this answer, dude.
What position?
Shooting guard, small forward.
Oh, repeat the teams one more time. Why is this a name?
New Jersey Nets,
Yo.
Milwaukee Bucks, Dallas Mavericks, Charlotte Hornets, Los Angeles Clippers.
Oh my god, if I got this right, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
I don't even know who that is.
I can't. I hated him, dude. Why is there too many New Jersey Nets in here? Is it fucking Chris Douglas Roberts?
Yeah, he got it.
What the fuck?
Chris Douglas Roberts?
Yeah, you never heard of him?
No.
He's the guy who had the fucking tattoo of a video game cheat code on his wrist.
That does not ring a bell.
He was fucking
He always wears those fucking shades.
He's got nothing.
Yeah, you
That
don't
does
know
not
him.
ring a bell.
I remember him. All right, ready for the next? All right, so it's 2-0 Eddie. Come on, Aaron, lock the fuck in.
I am. You.
No, you're not.
A random ass player. It's like.
Well,
Actually,
who else am I supposed to do? Fucking LeBron, KD, fucking De'Aaron Fox, Wemby.
Kind of interesting.
I mean, you could have put in De'Aaron Williams or somebody that's known, but keep on going.
Well, I thought my last list was good, but you told me to change it, so fuck you.
Continue. No, you good.
Okay, we got Houston Rockets, Sacramento Kings, Toronto Raptors, Oklahoma City, and then end his career with the Clippers.
What position, bro?
Power forward.
I would just take a guess. It's probably wrong because I know you didn't say this.
Make sure you spell it right.
I might write out a name too. I'm not gonna ask any questions at the moment.
I know it's not this name.
Are you submitting your answer? No. You have a name?
I have a name.
Do you want to think about it? Or do you want to review it?
Repeat the teams one more time.
Rockets,
Okay.
Kings, Raptors, Thunder, Clippers.
I don't recall him playing for the Thunder though, but the other teams I think he did play for.
Do you have a name?
Powerful. Give me a second. I'm doing one more.
Power forward too.
Power forward. I have. He was a power forward. When did he retire?
2021.
I'm gonna rip it. Is it Carl Landry?
No.
Fuck.
21.
All right. So now, Aaron, I will give you a minute to think of an answer, and if you don't get it, Eddie gets one more try, and if he can't get it after a minute, then we move on.
What's the last team again?
The Clippers.
Clippers.
Come on, man. Clip Nation.
That was before Kawhi Leonard, bro.
No, it's not. That's when Kawhi Leonard was there because he was in the bubble in 2019, 2020. He retired in 21.
Yo, the one person I want to put, he's not. It's not Montrez. I already know it's not Montrez.
30 seconds.
Bubble year.
If you don't have an answer, then tap out.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have one tap.
You got it?
You tapped out, Aaron?
Yeah, I don't have nothing.
All right.
I got him. He was my backup 4. I think this is him. He was my backup 4 every time I did a 2K My League shit. Patrick Patterson?
Yep, it's Patrick Patterson.
Oh, Pat. Oh, yeah, he did play for the Raptors. And yeah.
I don't remember him as a King for some reason. That's the only thing that threw me off.
All right, that was good. 3-0 Eddie.
Always my fucking
Come on,
stretch
Aaron.
4. Always my stretch 4.
Come on, Aaron.
I'm listening. I'm focusing. I got.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Lakers, Warriors, Knicks, Wizards, Miami Heat, Clippers, Timberwolves.
How many motherfucking teams are Let me see this. Lakers.
What's this position?
5.
Oh, and wait, what's the teams again?
Lakers, Warriors, Knicks, Wizards, Miami Heat, Clippers, Timberwolves.
Ooh. Is he still active playing or is he retired?
Retired. You used all your hands.
Retired.
What year did you retire?
2015.
Aye.
Oh shit.
Aye.
So this is 10 years
This
ago.
is a very, isn't a lot of names flying in my head right now.
Bruh. That means you probably played with K Love or some shit. I don't know.
He did play with Caleb.
He did play with
Yeah.
Caleb, but the only center I know. No. Fuck yeah! I ripped his name.
I have nothing because I don't remember K Love days.
The only center I remember didn't play for anyone but fucking. Is it Ronnie Terrioff?
Yep, it's Ronnie Terrioff.
Ronnie fucking Terrioff.
You said the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
I do remember him with the Knicks.
I
with,
remember the
Melo.
Knicks, yeah.
All right, 4-0. God.
Douglas Roberts is killing me still, dude. I fucking hated that piece of shit.
Chris Doug Roberts.
All right, you ready? Spurs, Kings, Bucks, Magic, Knicks, Grizzlies, Miami Heat, Detroit.
What the fuck?
What position?
Point guard.
Guard.
Spurs. I need to repeat one time.
Spurs, Kings, Bucks, Magic, Knicks, Grizzlies, Miami Heat, Detroit Pistons.
I think I actually have a guess.
Probably won't be right, but we'll see. Well,
Spurs, Kings.
According to the rules, you gotta spell it right.
Knicks were in here. Spurs, Kings.
Whoa!
What year did you retire?
2017. So the beginning of the first year of Kevin Durant and Golden State. Mm-hmm.
Piston?
God.
Dude.
What year did he play for the Knicks?
2013 to 2014.
God.
So this is when the Knicks were bad.
No, 13-14 Melo was there still.
I don't think they were a playoff team. Oh, wait, was that the year they played the Pacers?
I thought that was the year they played the Celtics, but maybe that was the year after. The Knicks. That was the year before they developed that fucking awful super team. Spurs, Kings, Bucks. They ended with the Pistons.
Who the fuck is that?
Wow. Vinny Del Negro.
What? No, not Vinny Del
He was on the Spurs. He was on the Spurs.
Wait a minute, what was...
Tony Parker, Patty Mills.
Not Vinny Del, whatever the fuck is. Negro, whatever.
Who was after Bucks in the teams? I'm sorry.
After the Bucks?
Yeah.
Magic, Knicks.
Magic.
Do you want all of them or just the team after the Bucks?
I think I have the rest. I got fucking zilch going on in my fucking head right now.
You tap?
Nah, I'm gonna throw out a guess. I think.
Aaron, do you tap?
I gotta at least throw out a guess. I can't go down like that. Pistons 2017 point guard. Knicks 2013-14. Who the fuck was like playing a vital fucking role for the Knicks back then? I couldn't even tell you they still have fucking Raymond. They definitely still have Raymond Felton going there.
Raymond Felton was on the Thunder too.
Oh, fuck.
And he was in the league like 04.
Well, no, I know, but like I'm trying to think like who else was a point guard on that time for that fucking team.
I have no clue.
Who started?
I am lost. I don't know.
I'll tap out. I really don't have a name.
You both
I'm
tapped
thinking
out?
of fucking TJ Ford right now.
All right, you tapped out. You tapped out?
Yeah.
Beno Udrih.
Oh my god, bro.
Beno what?
Wasn't Beno Udrih a fucking Jazz?
Was he a Jazz?
Imagine.
You said Grizzly, by the way, did you?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Was he a Jazz, by the way, or no?
No.
Wasn't? Okay. I don't know why I thought he was. Okay.
Yeah. The
Fucking
answer was Beno
Udrih. I
Udrih.
hated that motherfucker too, dude. I don't remember him with any of those teams, dude. Well, some of them I do, but like.
All right, still 3-0. Or, no, 4-0.
Well, last one.
No, I got more, motherfucker.
Oh, last one because we can get him murdered, and also time facts.
So last one?
Yes.
Make it like the most wild, if you have a wild one on there.
I don't know if you'll get. I feel like you might get this guy or this. Fuck it. Raptors, Bucks, Pistons, Mavericks.
Raptors, Bucks, Pistons, Mavericks.
Yes.
What's the position?
Power forward.
Raptors, Bucks, Pistons, Magic.
Oh, I'm so stupid. No, I don't have an answer, but I wrote down Mavericks instead of Magic. I don't know why I did that.
Is he still playing?
No.
This is a very familiar career path right now. It's gonna piss me off.
Raptors, Bucks, Pistons, Magic.
He's a power forward.
Power forward and retired.
I guess when did he retire?
2016.
And you say Pistons is the last. No, Magic is the last team.
No, the Mavericks.
Mavericks.
Not the Magic.
What is
Mavericks.
the Mavericks? Oh fuck. Okay. I
Mavericks.
was like, oh.
Mavericks 2016. Dirk was still on the team. Shout out Dirk Nowitzki, man.
God.
I'm about to look this shit up because I'm curious because I have no clue.
This is when did he get drafted?
2005.
What the fuck? What do you mean? And then he was a book. I'm thinking like Greg Monroe. It's not Greg Monroe.
It's not Greg Monroe.
I know it's not, but I keep thinking of him. I keep thinking of Jared Sullinger. I'm getting pissed off. It's not this guy either. Because
You guys want me to give you a hint?
okay.
He was a 7th round pick in 2005.
Second round pick
7th.
overall.
Yep.
Raptors.
Yep.
Who the fuck went first in that 05 draft? Who am I tripping on right now? Is that Bogut? Yeah. Yeah, because Bargnani.
Mhm.
Raptors had the first overall pick the following year. That was Bargnani. They drafted. This guy. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna put a really fucking stupid name out there. I'm just gonna write it down because I'm gonna spell it right too, because I know it's tricky. Jason Maxiel?
Nope.
Fuck. Are we dead fucking serious, dude?
I have no clue who it is. I'll be honest.
Even by looking it up, do you have a name?
I'm looking at the 2016, Is it 2016, 2017?
No, just 2016.
All right, so that's a year. All right.
Damn, I fucking cooked.
Oh, never mind. I think I got it. I hated this motherfucker too.
Wait, you can't answer until he answers.
What is Aaron? Aaron's looking it up. I got a hint for you because he'll give my answer. I'm gonna write it down regardless. I hated him.
No, you go ahead, show it, because, yeah.
You tapping out?
Yeah.
All right, give me the answer.
Charlie Villanueva.
Yep, you got it.
Shout out that fucking alopecian fuck.
Wait, and he's the Raptors? Bucks?
Raptors, Bucks, Pistons.
I just remember Pistons and the Mavericks.
The Raptor. I envision him in that uniform for some stupid fucking reason. I don't know why.
Because on Wikipedia, if you look up right now, it has him in the red headband with Pistons.
Yep.
That's the only
He
thing
pissed me off for whatever fucking reason, dude. I don't even know why.
Well, I lost,
Horribly.
terribly.
Like my Heat, you got swept.
Hey, man, let's go New York. Man, oh, man, bro. I'm not going to lie. That wasn't as bad as I thought because I didn't know a lot of the players, honestly.
I felt like these rest of them, you guys would have probably had trouble with.
For the rest of them, anyone play for the Nets and the rest of those?
Nope.
That's
I feel like that there was a couple of them.
stupid.
I had one in here that I think you would have probably gotten.
Yeah?
Not you, him.
Yeah, no. I just want to say yeah.
I think if I said this one, you would have got it right off the bat.
Well, that wraps up Guess Who. I lost miserably, terribly. Yo, you want to play Madden, bro?
This guy taking out the shit.
Yeah,
Fuck-
no, right? I gotta
fuck
get some
Madden.
anger out after that. I'm playing.
Go punch a punching bag. Or punch your knee. I don't care.
Where's mom at?
Not the knee, bro. My knees hurt, bro. Oh my gosh, fucking rough out here in these streets, man. For real, bro.
Can we move on, please?
Yeah.
Next.
I don't think Eric caught on.
I want to go home.
No,
Oh, wait, I am
I
home.
was not paying attention.
I just said I
good,
want to go
good,
home.
good.
I am home.
Good.
What you guys want to go into? Are we good? Are we wrapping up? What you guys think?
Chris, when's your bedtime?
Motherfucker.
It's 9:55 on the East Coast right now.
I'm
I got
glad-
Kendrick Perkins on TV. I'm gonna lose my mind. You know, if you're a basketball player, you'd be Kendrick Perkins.
Huh?
If you're a basketball player, you'd be Kendrick Perkins.
I can see
Wow, because I'm fat.
No, because you're just a center that's just gonna be there and getting some boards and calling it a day, and saying you're the fucking the main reason why you won.
Bob Myers. But yeah, are we wrapping up today, guys? I don't know. What you guys think, man?
Should we talk? Should we
Oh.
one discussion
Oh.
for MLB?
What?
I was gonna say, what question do you want to ask?
Yeah.
Someone's he's intrigued.
Rivalry weekend.
Rivalry weekend.
Yeah, Mets
Oh,
in 3.
Mets versus the Yankees this weekend, bro. I know you guys are Mets fans. Let's get this in real quick. I know you guys are Mets fans. I know the Subway Series about to be crazy starting tomorrow. You guys should be scared about Aaron Judge. I'm not gonna lie, like you.
We ain't scared of him.
I'll be scared of him. That's it though.
That's it?
Paul Goldschmidt.
Goldschmidt, minimal.
Bellinger.
Bellinger's batting what, at 210? I'm okay.
DJ LeMahieu. Ha.
He's not even on the team anymore?
No, he debuted the other day.
Oh, my fucking goodness.
And then fucking Dominguez. Wells.
There's really nothing. I mean, Judge, yeah.
I just hope.
If you let Judge cook, like here's
Yeah.
my whole thought process on the superstars. When you got a team full of a superstar, and the rest of the supporting cast is like, okay, can help out when it can help out some, like maybe they have an off night. You don't want to put your main focus on stopping the superstar. The superstar is gonna cook. That was my main thing. It's like before Dame got to Milwaukee with Giannis there, and you got Middleton there, he had Drew. Obviously, guys that could step up, right? But if Middleton or Drew had a 25-point night, and Giannis was gonna do Giannis things, you're getting your ass kicked. If you could at least let Giannis put up 40 and the next best highest score is 15, you have a chance. You might win that game. So for Judge, you don't want to focus on him. If he has a 3 for 4 night, has 2 home runs, so be it. I can't stand to see a guy like Bellinger or Dominguez or Austin Wells or Volpe hit a home run either. You could let Judge do Judge things. You're not going to stop him. It's going to be hard to stop him. So put your main focus on the other guys. That's how I usually go about it. I'm not really scared of the rest of the supporting cast. Maybe Goldschmidt a tiny bit. Other than that, I'm not. This is gonna be bad to come back. It's gonna come back.
Yeah,
and
I'm
bite us
about
in
to
the
say.
ass,
I was getting ready to say, bro. I hope y'all don't eat your works over this weekend, man. I hope you guys don't.
All I'm going to say is.
I'm gonna square up with somebody in our work, by the way.
All I'm going to say is. Mets in 3.
Mets in 3. Yo, I can't wait to actually watch this. This is
And I'm going to say this. Yankee fans, you may boo this motherfucker tomorrow. He's coming for you. Y'all, all the reporters got to ask him for this weekend. Do you regret leaving the Yankees? Do you regret going to the Mets? You know what his answer was? Fuck no. He says, I came here because of the future, and look at the difference between us and them. He says, we have a great team, and I don't regret it. And guess what? He knows what's coming tomorrow. And you know what? And he said, I understand what the fans are going to do. They have every right to do it, but it's not going to stop me playing my game. He goes, I'm going to go out there and play the game.
Nice.
Yo, Mets fans, Juan Soto, y'all saying a lot right now, man. Yo.
Well, as of right now, we're a top 3 team in baseball. We're 3.
I'm gonna keep, no matter what the record is, I'm gonna keep talking my shit though.
I respect that.
Especially against the Yankees too. Like,
Yeah.
Fuck the fucking Yankees. This is the year where we ended up. We are no longer the little brother.
All right,
of
we're
me.
gonna stop this conversation right now.
See, bro, I'm a Clippers fan. And I'm realistic. I know I'm the second brother in LA. I'm the second cousin. I know that. You know what I mean?
No, for all
the
just
thing with New York is like, there's very obvious second little brother teams. Like there's very obvious. The Islanders are little brother to the Rangers. Islanders are little brother to the Rangers. I mean, yeah, the Nets are obviously little brother to the Knicks. It is what it is. I would assume the Jets are the little brother to the Giants just because of the recent history.
Yeah.
History in general. But the closest thing to I know the Yankees are like sure, 27 World Series. You want to throw this shit out here? I think fucking 17 of them were like prohibition time. Okay,
Yes, they were.
but my whole point is that's the closest you're gonna get to a discussion of like this little brother, big brother shit because the Mets have been around for longer. There's been more success compared to the other New York teams outside, like comparing Mets to the little brothers of other sports. So that's why it'll always be a discussion there. But regardless, like.
Still little bro.
It's for a little bit. Little bro gets away. Listen, little bro gets away with murder in the family, so you know it's okay.
Little brother gets away with everything. So if we destroy him this weekend, hey, we'll get away with it.
Hey man,
But still, Mets
wait till July rolls around, bro. That's when the real team.
You sound like fucking Nick, and I want to beat the shit out of you.
Got my cup of coffee coming soon.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna get that picture. We're gonna put it in. We're gonna put it right on his little warmer.
Yeah, no, I can't wait though. This week is gonna be fun with the rivalry weekend, and then as well as basketball as we watch right now, the OKC game, bruh. It's about to be exciting for sports, honestly, man.
Who is currently up 61-58.
Thank you so much.
Dick.
But yo, you got any close remarks, Chris and Eddie?
Do you want to say anything? I'm not gonna say anything sarcastic. I promise. I'm not gonna say anything sarcastic.
I got nothing.
I will make Aaron's job a little harder. I'm not gonna do it. No blurs. No nothing. I'll give a close remark. It is currently 10 o'clock on the dot on the East Coast. I'm tired. It was a great talk. I'm very appreciative of this opportunity. Shout out to the fans, the listeners, the viewers, the commenters. Fuck you, Aiden.
And fuck Jimmy.
Fuck Jimmy.
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for interacting.
And one more thing.
Thanks for bullying Chris.
Fuck you. Another thing. To all my Knicks fans out there. Knicks at 6.
Celtics at 7.
Go New York, go New York.
No.
Go. No.
Yeah, you're only singing that song because I got it stuck in your head the other day.
Facts, and I just want to see
All I'm just going to say tomorrow, Karl Anthony Towns, stop fucking fouling, dude.
Oh,
Every single time they go to the basket, you foul and you fucking bitch like it's nothing. And every time you miss a lip, you're like, oh my God.
Aaron, I'll take over. I got this one real quick, too. I'm going to take your role for a quick sec.
What's up?
Follow us on IG. Primetime Sports Ace. Follow us on TikTok. Primetime Sports Ace. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Will the Sports Network. Like, subscribe it. We're now on Spotify at Primetime Sports. What's the deal with Apple Music at the moment?
Oh, yeah, bro.
Apple Podcast.
No, man. It's just a genuine question.
Apple Podcast.
I still got to set
Podcast.
it up, bro. Honestly, I've been busy with
Spotify lovers, users,
other things right now.
Spotify abusers, whatever you want to fucking call yourselves. We're on there. Primetime Sports.
Facts.
Look up Primetime Sports. Look for that glorious Grand Theft Auto looking logo. And you know it's the three here, the A squad, everyone here, ball knowledge, the whole shebang.
Damn, he did that better than you, Aaron. Shit.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. I think
Follow us on IG, Primetime Sports Ace. Make sure you check us out on TikTok as well on Primetime Sports Ace. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel at World of Sports Network. Make sure you like as well because we got a lot of content. Make sure you check us out on Spotify at Primetime Sports. And we will be, I say that every week, but we will be on Apple Podcasts.
We might
check us out.
We might have to talk to Ryan Pagano because he knows how to do it.
I know how to do it. I just been busy trying to get this new job I haven't set right. I'm trying to get that in order right now first. I ain't gonna lie. I need new funds. I need new money. I like revenue.
It is the economy for sure. Please.
But yeah, man, make sure you check us out on the YouTube, Spotify. Check us out on Instagram and TikTok. Primetime Sports A. I'm Aaron.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Eddie.
Peace.